good way. And we're on.
Where's my wide racing?
The other day it was, there's the tapeworm. When they came off of turn 2 and there was single file, there's the tapeworm. Okay, I would say the sun is out and the birds are trying, but the sun is not out because I think it's fucking raining now. But that's okay. Why couldn't we got hit with that like ice and snowstorm the other day? It would have saved me ever having to go to that fucking warehouse.
The birds aren't chirping because they're in the White House getting work done, Dale. The government drones are getting work done.
No, because they've been sent to the Ukraine to help with the fucking the relief efforts in the Ukraine.
They have no birds.
Oh God. Get this stream up. I hope, Michael, if you're here already, I can't hear you because I can't see your comment just yet. Michael, if you're here, I hope you got my Blaney pick in before the odds shifted because I figure his odds went way up because he qualified top 10 and all the Fords are so fast. I know you got my Josh Berry pick in. He qualified 11th for this. And now I can see your comments.
Welcome to the show.
We're going to Game Haven after the race. I want to see if they have NASCAR Heat 2002. Or maybe Dirt to Daytona. I don't know if I'll even buy anything. I just ain't been over there in a while. I was trying to go over there like every other week to see what they had in, but it's been a while since I've been to Game Haven. And if Ingalls would quit dicking me around, I would consider buying a Nintendo Switch today. But I don't want to spend money that I don't know that I'm going to have. So, and I book a cruise on Tuesday. What's up, y'all? Michael, did you get my Blaney pick in before the odds went up on him? I know it's a new car, but Blaney was really strong last time they were at California, and the Fords are fast right now.
And we're due for a Blaney dub.
Also, tomorrow is probably going to be a clusterfuck of epic proportions. Just based on practice and qualifying, I think tomorrow is going to be a massive clusterfuck. If you get a flat rear tire, you're fucked. Guys are spinning out on it, which is good that guys are spinning. Harvick talked about how you just can't get back in the gas. I'm like, that's good. That's what we want. But I don't know. I think tomorrow's going to be bad, but in a good way. Or it could just be bad all around. But it's going to be entertaining. I think tomorrow's going to be highly entertaining. I hope this is entertaining. Copyrighted music. No, thank you. Fucking YouTube Nazis. That was Daytona. And I tell y'all one thing. As long as Drew Dollar, Ryan Truex, and Trevor Bayne are the lineup for the 18 car, that piece of shit will never win again. Joe Gibbs is going to have to, like, turn some tricks to get Kyle Busch back in an Xfinity car so that 18 car can win if that's going to be his driver lineup.
You know who would win in that 18 car?
Who? Greg Biffle would win in it, yeah.
As the NASCAR Xfinity Series goes racing for the second time in 2022.
Tomorrow is going to be a clusterfuck.
In the booth today, the captain's kids, Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano.
Oh, great. We all have to pretend Joey Logano's not a dickhead today. You guys heard Blaney say that he was going to fucking kill Cindric?
We're back to the guy in the booth winning the cup race.
Blaney last week when they crossed the finish line to 500 said about Cindric, he said, I'm going to fucking kill him. And after the race, Blaney congratulated everybody on the 2 car except Austin Cindric.
I don't get the cool nickname anymore.
Think about it, though. In the dual race, Brad Keselowski's a sitting duck with Blaney and Cindric behind him. Cindric hangs out Blaney. And then in the 500, Blaney with 2 to go. I'm going to check up the bottom lane and let you in, Cindric, to make sure one of us wins. And then Cindric walls him on the last lap. This is how you repay Ryan Blaney's generosity. Although you could say it's Blaney's fault because the move he made to pass Cindric coming out of 4 was really lazy. It was like because it gave Cindric plenty of time to block. If he had made a more sudden move, Cindric would have blocked harder and they would have wrecked and Bubba would have won and we would have all been happier.
They try to bend.
But oh
it's
well.
really slippery too, so you either want to be straddling
That's
those
neither
or
here nor there.
your lane. If you touch it with a tire, you're going.
So it's tough. A 40-year-old AJ.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch practice and qualifying. I didn't see all of it, but I saw the highlights / lowlights. It's good to be back at California. I love this track. This weekend is gonna make or break this racetrack, though. This race tomorrow is gonna determine what they do with Auto Club.
There is so much going on.
So
Experience will win out.
I do agree with that. And,
No, because I want Auto Club to stay how it is.
You might get a late caution.
I want more.
I
I want more short tracks, but I don't want to lose Fontana because it's so fun.
Let's get the command to fire engines.
How about a 2-mile dirt track? That'd be pretty crazy. A 2-mile dirt track. Can we do that? Fontana would be perfect for that. It really would. Fontana would be the perfect dirt track. Boy, they're having technical issues today at Auto Club.
And with that, drivers, start your engine!
I've had the longest, shittiest week ever, so I just want to watch a race and chill out.
For the second time in less than a month, NASCAR going racing in
I've had a very shitty week. I've had a very frustrating week. Tried a new job that made me want to commit suicide. You know, I told you guys I'd been talking to my old job and they wouldn't get back to me. I made them get back to me this week after 2 days in this fucking shithole I was in. So it's in God's hands now, as they say. I wouldn't know who to pick to win this race. I just thought Josh Berry sounded good. He won the last time the Xfinity cars raced on a 2-mile racetrack. Didn't Josh Berry win Michigan or did he finish second? I can't fucking remember. I know he won Vegas. I can't remember. I just know he was really good at Michigan last time. So, oh wait, I think AJ won Michigan, but Josh Berry was going to win, but there was a late caution. Anyway, Josh Berry. How about that when Josh Berry won Vegas in Michael Annette's car, just proving once and for all that Michael Annette's a fraud because he couldn't do shit in that car.
Time to play the game.
There's no new odds on Cup yet. Well, hurry up and put the Blaney one in. I hate going from job to job, but I think I'm just doomed to do that forever because I get sick of shit so fucking easy, dude. That's my thing. It's not working's never been the problem. I get bored and want to do something else.
As long as you never get lazy, I don't think it's a problem. Like as long as you don't ever just sit at home and say.
But it's annoying because I want consistency. Because this week has really pissed me off.
Well, when you're the crew chief for the Cup team that I own, and Casey Mears drives for it, we'll be fine.
I want to be a spotter. I'll be like the dude in NASCAR 21. Ha ha ha, lo 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 lo, ha ha, car ha, car ha, car ha, car ha, car ha. Yeah, DFS, I was just talking about how I think tomorrow's Cup race is going to be a clusterfuck, but should be highly entertaining.
You mean a clusterfuck?
A clusterfuck. That's if Cole Custer wins.
The perfect Hollywood ending. This is where.
Oh, shut up.
That is the perfect Hollywood ending.
They were showing all these good drivers, and they showed Jesse Iwuji's retarded ass, and it's like, he...
He's the guy at work. They're like, he's got 8 years in college, so.
In the shadow
Does he know what he's doing?
Can he drive a car?
of the NASCAR Xfinity Series. We're ready for 300 miles today. I said off the top, it is windy, and it is as we check our Fox weather. We had gusts earlier today, north of 35 miles per hour. That's what we're saying now.
Back-to-back weeks this early in the year with good weather for races.
70 degrees.
What a bold new era we live in.
At Daytona International
Just think, the last time I was watching a race at California, the world hadn't shut down yet. We were 2 weeks away from it.
From
Because I remember that weekend in 2020 when the NASCAR was racing here, I went to a really, really badass barbecue place in the next county. Came back home, watched the Xfinity race. Life was good.
Son Barrett came into the world, and when he's not racing, he's spending time outdoors.
I love how they think we give two shits about what these guys do in their personal lives. There's been way too much of that. That's like a modern NASCAR broadcast thing. You think anybody in the 70s or 80s gave a flying fuck what Cale Yarborough was up to in his spare time? Probably drinking beer.
There's nothing like winning there, but you're at Auto Club Speedway now. This track is a lot different. You got momentum. You're starting 8th. You had an amazing 20 minutes of practice. How's that thing feel?
Practice is way too short. I mentioned earlier, Kyle Busch was screaming on his radio and cussing up a storm about how they need fucking practice. Tomorrow they're going to realize just how much practice they needed. Because they're going to go off, they're going to go into turn 3 on the first lap, and somebody's going to bust their fucking ass.
I don't know if really anybody knows exactly what they have. I got a lot of confidence in this RCR organization.
I'm picking Blaney to win tomorrow.
Back at the shop, just everybody's been very well.
This place kind of owes Blaney one. He should have won here in that Kobe car a couple years ago. Can't believe it's been 2 years since they raced here.
Xfinity Internet today, and we can go get the job done. I'd love to start out 2 for 2, man.
Well, absolutely. Got off to a good start. The unknown is entertaining for us, so keep it exciting. We can't wait to watch it. Good luck out there.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're a rookie. You're driving for Richard Childress. I would say they're
Hurry up and go green.
Then you win Daytona and take that pressure right off the board. Going to be fun to watch Austin Hill try to go for 2 in a row today. Now let's hear from our pit reporters, and we start things off with Jamie Little. Good afternoon, Jamie.
Good afternoon, Adam. Yes, Trevor Bayne is one we're going to be watching. Just the second time in 8 years, he's back in the NASCAR.
Trevor Bayne is a former Xfinity Series winner.
A lot has changed in his life since back then when he was running.
He got his first Cup win before he ever won an Xfinity race. How about that? Kurt Busch did the same thing. He won Cup races before he ever won an Xfinity race. There was qualifying. They did qualify. They qualified in practice today. Isaac?
Well, Jamie, Josh Berry 1 year ago.
And there was a lot of wrecks in practice and spins and qualifying. And I got a bad feeling about tomorrow.
Today, he told me it's going to be a little bit like last year. He's going to learn this racetrack completely. One of the only ovals.
You want to play PUBG?
You have to race anything on. The goal today, be smart early on, figure out his race car, figure out the track and the lines, see where he's at the end of the race as he starts the second race of his full-time season.
And you know, last summer, Regan, he had never been to Michigan, the other 2-mile oval. He goes there.
Yeah, Chase spun. I don't know if he hit anything because I didn't watch it. I saw some highlights of the other spins and shit during practice.
How does the experience of Michigan translate to this place?
Yeah, I don't think 30 minutes of practice is enough, guys.
Selling it.
I know it's 2 miles long, but that is where it ends. The length of the track is the only thing that is the same as Michigan. The track's so much wider. Like I said, tire.
Why can't you just give them 90 minutes of practice? Just say hour and a half, go. And then we'll qualify like 2 hours after that.
Today, here's what he's saying.
If I've heard the song Teenage Dirtbag, not in a long time.
Chris, all the men and women, all of you, give me the opportunity. All the people, try to put on a good show. Thank
I like AJ's paint scheme.
to keep doing what we do. No pressure. Just have fun with it.
I'm not sure that the finish last week in Daytona motivated him. He was second for the 3rd time in the last 4 races there.
Yeah, they had Austin Cindric won the pole.
Colleagues got speed. All 3 of their cars.
Eric Jones qualified second.
They are, that's a very impressive team. I mean, how far they've come in very little years. It's really cool to see teams like that do such a great job week in, week out. And yeah, I mean, motivation is a thing. You said AJ, ran second last week, sits on the pole this week. He's very motivated to try to get back in victory lane. We talked about experience at this track. AJ probably has the most experience out of anybody at this racetrack in the field. So look for him to be very fast today and be able to adapt to whatever he needs to and whatever the track's asking of him.
We talked about a little bit with Austin Hill as we sit with him. The lack of practice that everyone got this morning.
There's Riley. I'd like to see Riley Hurts drive one of them new Cup cars. He wouldn't make it a lap.
It was 9 o'clock in the morning, and they got
He'd be like that fucking bitch in ARCA that was lifting at Daytona.
You know what your car's doing at this point. Even if you did have a realistic track there.
Look at that track
you come in and
surface.
make a run, you go back out, you're the second run.
Never repave it, though.
Exactly what the change was. So I think a lot of these drivers are going down into turn 1 a little bit blind.
Yeah, I agree with that. And they don't have many such tires laying for the
Don't
track,
you
so
dare
they
repave this place.
in the pits. So
I love it here.
one set in the second stage, and that leaves you 2 for the end of the race. So if you get some untimely cautions, you're going to have people kind of making decisions to when to come on pit road and take tires or save them. And,
I like how all those cars that go to the rear are already at the rear.
Analysis indicated the opening 2 stages, 35 laps apiece. It's short, which means things will get aggressive. On the pole, A.J. Allmendinger. He takes the outside lane to his left. 2019 Fontana winner Cole Custer doing double duty this weekend. And on row 2, the guys from Joe Gibbs Racing, Brandon Jones, Trevor Bayne. Here we go in Southern California.
Yippee. Tires, tires, tires is all I got to say.
They're going to be all over the racetrack.
Into turn 1. Noah shoots to the middle. 3 wide with Brandon Jones, Trevor Bayne.
In 1 and 2, it always seems like the 3rd and 4th lane.
Damn, Trevor Bayne had good speed around the outside there.
All that sealer down there.
Custer trying to get the lead down the back.
You don't really see a lot of cars make some room down there.
The other thing you see down the back straightaway, you're going to see it off this turn here and turn 4. If you get a run off the top side, it carries all the way down.
Dude, I'm so sleepy, and that's not good. I need to start. I'm staying up late because I'm getting ready to go back to work in 3rd shift again. But I get sleepy during the day. It's not good.
He's going to push AJ down the front stretch, I think, just because he doesn't want to be on the bottom of 1 and 2, especially on doing stuff.
22 if I get $22 if Josh Berry wins. So it'll never happen, is what you're saying.
I don't know much about it, but I've heard a thing or 2 about him.
Well, he's a cup veteran.
Allmendinger, Custer, Bayne, Gregson, and Brandon Jones.
Here in 2019, one of his 7 wins that season. And this is his
What team is that Custer's driving for? I know it's the 07, but what team is that?
special place for him. And really this race team,
That's the new thing now. These big Cup teams don't want to pay for an Xfinity. Oh, the Cup teams don't want to pay for an Xfinity program because it's too fucking expensive. So just fucking leech on to a crappy team. The crappy team loves it because you bring sponsorship and money. So it's a win-win. God, who's that smoking up there? Way to be on it, Fox. I saw smoke and I heard somebody lift out of the gas. It's Austin Hill. He's got a right front tire problem.
last week at Daytona, well off the pace here.
Smoke in the cockpit.
We can figure out what happened riding on board courtesy of Bennett Transportation.
Sounds like it's still running.
The SHR cars qualified like shit, Isaac. They're all 21st or worst. And I don't know how that's not a caution. Custer took the lead. Dinger takes it back.
Side of Cole Custer.
Still no caution.
See, AJ did a great job of doing the side drive, right? So went up to Cole, dumped a bunch of air on his
The best qualifying Stuart Haas car was Custer in 21st for tomorrow. Harvick qualified in the 30s, if even. I don't even know if he made a lap or not because he wrecked in practice.
It matters at these really big racetracks, really everywhere we go.
Well, Austin Hill's not going back-to-back
Hill is making his way back to
because he didn't catch a caution. If he'd have caught a caution, they could have recovered from this, but it happened under green, and they've stayed green, so Austin Hill's day is pretty much ruined.
Turn 4.
Oh, he got hooked by Josh Berry. Well, bump draft gone wrong down the front stretch. Oh, Josh. Josh did that a lot last year with a lot of different people at tracks like this. He would bump and push, and they'd get turned or turn sideways, whatever. So that was just a bad bump by Josh Berry, and it ruined Austin Hill's day. Custer sends it in on AJ, and AJ just crosses him up and takes it right back. Clear.
That's that run. That's the run off the top we talk about. And they can cross back and forth.
2 things you'll hear a lot today. The slide and the crossover, right? One kind of sets up the other. That's what you saw there.
You know, and this is something that makes
The best thing about practice being back this year is no more stupid competition cautions early in a race.
Going back and forth. It makes it a lot of fun. Jamie, what you got?
Yeah. I don't miss them. You see how short this stage is? They'd still throw one if there had been no practice. Hill better not go back out there and wreck my pick.
Sheldon Creed and the 2 got into the wall.
Sheldon Creed in the wall.
They both qualified inside the top 10. Creed now being scored in the 17th position. And for Austin Hill.
Boy, Fox is really on their game today, not showing anything.
About to make it 2 as Allmendinger comes off of turn 4.
And Blaney, that's just sports, isn't it? 1 week you're a hero. Next week you're sitting in the garage. You're getting your car fixed.
Well, that 18 car, the speed of that 18 car is going to carry Trevor Bayne pretty far.
That's what makes the win last
That's
week.
the best car in the series. And if you can't win in that 18 car, you're just a fucking bum.
And now we have a
Caution's out.
But
Finally.
it's comforting when
About
you're locked into
4
the
laps to.
playoffs.
Oh, and Landon Castle. Serious damage. He's on fire. What in the fuck?
Hopefully it gets out.
God said, "You remember all them wrecks you avoided last week?" Yeah, well.
Window net is down.
Landon Castle, the first career win will have to wait. In the words of Dick Bergeron, wow, he is really on fire.
You don't usually see a fire that big
Help me!
in our cars.
His best finish was 11 years ago. Landon Castle, third 11 years ago. I can't believe Castle's been around this fucking long, dude.
Let's see here.
It blew up down the front stretch. Good God. Calling cars beware.
I think you're right.
AJ's fast.
Yeah.
Castle blew up.
But he had the issue.
Oh my goodness.
I would say it's been
Joe Logano's such a lame ass. Oh my goodness.
we saw earlier for you guys in practice and qualifying. This just kind of par for the course, right? I mean, it's been a long day in Fontana for NASCAR.
Dinger, Custer, Bain, Gregson, Brandon Jones, 7 laps in. Castle blew up. Austin Hill's probably 2 laps down or something. I remember when we all used to hate California before that track surface got worn. I see why they really don't want to repave it. Because it would probably really suck. What are they going to do now that everybody was spinning out in practice? Break out the old traction compound? Some idiot up in race control. I know what this race needs. PJ1. Let's just kill this track surface once and for all. I have a friend who knows Cole Witt. Your friend knows Landon Castle's brother. I got a friend that knows Cole Witt. I got Jeremy Clement's autograph before he said the N-word. Funny how people don't remember him saying the N-word, but they remember but they remember fucking Kyle Larson saying it.
Jeremy Clements probably still says it.
Well, think about it. He's from fucking Spartanburg, South Carolina. How many people in South... You'd be hard-pressed to find somebody in Spartanburg, South Carolina that doesn't drop the N-word. What fucking flavor of Twizzlers are those? The fuck is... A yellow one?
Either or.
I'm gonna try. Okay, what flavor, though? I didn't see.
Citrus punch. Cherry
Citrus. I'm gonna try a yellow one. Okay, this is a risk. Not that good.
I never tried them before.
I'm gonna pass on that one. Sorry to waste one of them.
I think I do like the regular ones better though.
My sister just asked me what websites do I get my Pokemon emulators for my computer on. I'm like, I don't think those websites exist anymore because a bunch of them got taken down. Dylan over here giving me these nasty ass Twizzlers. I bet them red ones are good though, but I don't want to waste another one. I had my only ice cream today for the rest of the year until I go to LA.
We're under caution in Fontana for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. This not the reason why.
If Austin Hill had his finger on the button on that radio, I'm assuming he would have said something like "motherfucker" when he got turned into the wall.
He won last week at Daytona. This is the reason for the caution. Landon Castle.
Oh, Landon Casserole.
Down to the apron, and we see our first yellow flag.
Yeah, you hate to see that for Landon. I'm very glad he got out of it in a timely manner. But yeah, that was weird. We saw it going down the front stretch on fire, and it's like it blew an oil line off.
Oh, so get this, guys. Not only do the Cup cars, if they get a flat rear tire, can't fucking move, you can't hook them up to one of those tow trucks because the tow trucks damage them. And the teams were like, don't look it up. So now they have to figure out how to roll a car that won't fucking move onto a rollback, which is going to make cautions take even fucking longer because you can't hook them up to the tow truck without damaging them. It's going to be a great year.
The set of tires. You know, he has.
Those red flags at Daytona and Talladega just got a little longer.
Something like that. And now you've wasted one of your sets of
And I had to mute Joey Logano because what I had to say was more important.
Good for him, making his 400th career start today.
This could be a lengthy caution. Who knows where Castle first blew up at? It was on fire by the time they saw him on the front stretch.
When it comes to Forbes,
It's only
here in California, they've won the last two. Or their last two wins here, coming Cole Custer 2019, and Mr. Logano, one of his 3 wins coming in 2018.
Jolo!
And we were talking about
You get $90 if Gibbs wins and 63 if Herbst wins. 75. Boy, that's 75 for Jones and 60 for Herbst. Those are pretty good long shots. But they're in fast cars, so.
It was a straight up rocket ship that day.
It was.
It was one of those races, if we lost, we really screwed something up.
That's literally every Xfinity race for a Cup guy driving a Cup level team. So,
Yeah, which we were able to do that day.
like I said, a monkey could win in the 18 or the 22 car. Oh no, Jesse Awuji's going to the garage. I'm not watching anymore. Glad to see Emmett Smith's big investments paying off.
Saw Jesse Awuji being pushed down the pit lane.
You guys should have. I wish to God there had been a race on the other day because you guys would have caught me in a mood. I'm much more fun to listen to when I'm bitching about something. And as pissed off as I was the other day, if there had been a race on, I'd have been going off on people. Speaking of which, where's my sponsor? So I'm in like a bitchy fucking mood now. Not as bad as the other day, but it still kind of carries over.
Where's my sponsor?
Where's my porn sponsor? Are you telling me that, Dylan, are you telling me that there's hot singles in my area?
5 minutes away, waiting on just you, not nobody else right now.
DTF, question mark?
Right now. And tomorrow, the same chick will be waiting on you.
Yeah.
Don't matter what time of the day.
I know her. Another shit thing about that warehouse job. One woman worked in there and she's batshit fucking crazy. So why would I want to fucking work in there? I did laugh though. My friend who got me hired there, she didn't tell me this, but somebody at the plant, at the warehouse told me this. It's a warehouse. You're just stacking boxes, a lot of walking around, a lot of physical shit. You're just on the move constantly, which is fine. That wasn't why I left. But they were like, yeah, one day the staffing agency sent a pregnant woman over here to work. And it's like, the fuck is she going to be able to do in here? Like, you realize how much like walking and lifting and bending, a lot of bending over, a lot of getting down and getting back up.
You didn't want to deliver a baby down.
They said, yeah, they sent a pregnant woman over here a while back. And it's like, the fuck were they thinking? So yeah, I made it 2 days and wanted to commit suicide because it reminded me of one or two of the old jobs I used to have that I swore I'd never go back to. So I was like, oh, I got fucking bamboozled because I'd worked in a warehouse before. The other warehouses I worked in were so slow paced. You were just like hanging out, like put the label on the box, put the boxes over there. Like it was. This one just happened to be at a busy time, so they've got shit coming in and out. You got to stack, wrap it up, whatever. So you're constantly on the move. So I was like, I fucking hate the people in here. It's hot in here. My legs feel like they're about to fall off. My legs. I've worked in places like that before and done fine. You know, I've been working out for the last month, so I'm in good cardio shape. Could barely walk. My calves were like fucking wrecked, dude. If I tried to stand up, I would be like, ugh. But once I started walking, I'd be okay. But the act of standing up or sitting down was intense pain. So I was like, get me the fuck out of here. That and my shitty steel-toed boots that I had to wear. So the second day I went in there, I wore my Vans. Yes, if you got shitty ones like I had. Yeah. So the second day I said, I'm wearing my fucking Vans in here because they're black and nobody ever looks at your feet. So I wore my Vans the second day. Did I see that Newman's running SRX? Yes, I did. So we got Ryan Newman, Greg Biffle, Tony Stewart. Matt Kenseth is rumored, I believe.
Now we just need Mark Martin Jr. and Harvey.
So basically we're rebuilding the Cup Series from 2005, but with SRX.
That game interesting and put the cup tracks on it.
Yeah.
Give us
I want to see SRX on a road course is what I want to see, but then Tony Stewart would just fucking win every time. I remember this race. I think that's the race where Greg Biffle was threatening to kick Joey Logano's ass. 2009 California. Or was that 2008 or 10? I can't remember.
Obviously had some really good cars here in Fontana before.
What? You're telling me a Cup driver won an Xfinity race in 2012? You're kidding.
And hopefully that's tomorrow with our Auto Club Mustang. We got our work cut out for us, though. Starting in the old back, so we'll be trucking along through the field.
I wondered why when Joey walked in today, kind of swelled up, and then I realized.
I like Blaney wearing the blue jeans with the tucked-in shirt and tie.
Yeah, cool for him. I mean, that's great. I had one start here in the Xfinity Series, and it didn't go well. But I would like to have more starts, but maybe I'll win tomorrow. We'll see.
It really is.
I hope you win tomorrow. Man, I did make it. You're right. Guy in the booth's going to win the race. I already picked him. I didn't even know he was going to be in the booth. All right. Gonna win some money tomorrow.
It is a very fun racetrack.
Let's get back to this because we talked.
We're gonna go green on lap 14.
And we had the
Almendinger, Bain, Brandon Jones, Cold Custard, Daniel Hemrick, Noah Gregson. They did the choose rule, so the lineup's a little fucked up.
On pit road, he actually went behind the wall. Ignition troubles for that team. A tough break for a team who knows how important it is to finish races early on in this year.
Maybe they should build cars good enough to finish. See, I told you I was in a bitchy, cynical mood today. This week. Yeah, Caden, I can't believe a Cup guy with a Cup team with Cup equipment and Cup pit crew won the Xfinity race here before. That's unheard of. So impressive.
Your strengths are going to be, but you got old tire restart here. Look for some wheel spin probably.
Watch the 9-2 Noah Gregson. He was fourth.
Dylan, find us a hotel for Martinsville. Am I streaming the truck race this week? No, I will not. Big pass on the truck race this coming week. I'll probably just keep an eye on it while I'm playing online with my friends like I do on Fridays. Custer wanted to go 3 wide for the lead, but couldn't roll the center, and Trevor Bain couldn't clear AJ off of 2. Now there's going to be a big draft on the outside, and AJ's going to take the lead back, and Bain's going to slip back to 3rd as Custer goes by. Well, Bain sends it into 3. 3 wide. Oh, wow. Bain rolled the bottom real good. Wow, Trevor Bain cleared AJ by like 2 car lengths off of 4. New leader, Trevor Bain. Big draft down the front stretch. Here comes the slingshot. AJ doesn't take it. He stays in line. I thought he was going to shoot to his inside.
This is something you get addicted to. He's been doing this his whole life, and he's been out of a race car for a few years now. And to get back in a competitive car at Dirt Gibbs Racing and be leading, that is the best medicine.
Ryan Sieg's in the top 5. DFS, you're right. Adam Alexander has been doing commentary for a while. Too goddamn long is how long he's been doing it. And I never want to hear his voice again.
He's got 4 kids at home. He starts a coffee shop up in Knoxville, Tennessee, where he lives. He's doing
Trevor Bain, the hipster, opened his own coffee shop. Starbucks wasn't hipster enough for him. Custer into 2nd. Serious side drafting down the front stretch there with Allgaier and Brandon Jones. I know how you know this 18 car is good. Sam Hornish won in it.
We saw Custer kind of starting to put the pressure on him the first run, and that seemed like AJ's car.
Sheldon Creed and Brett Moffitt racing for 16th. I think Creed, they said he hit the wall earlier, but he seems okay. Love that paint scheme. It reminds me of like an old 80s paint scheme. Simple.
Might not be able to run where his car is the fastest. Like you said, talking about these lanes and being in the best lane.
Allgaier. Big suck on Daniel Hemrick. I just wanted to say that because it sounded homoerotic.
It's making some headway, and Justin is great.
Yeah, Allgaier's really fast. I think he restarted like 11th or something, and he's up to 6th.
You'd be the funniest spotter, Dale. Big suck coming off a 4, so make sure you don't get the big suck.
Big suck from Danica behind you there. How's she able to suck from behind?
You start to realize, okay, where do you really stack up? And look at your car's way in the bottom, way up top. This is what we talk about. You see the 98 with a good run off the
We're only 17 laps in, and I'm already losing faith in my Josh Berry pick.
Quite chasing him down, but as they they start getting into the corner and side by side, they're going to start trying to pull each other back.
I think it's Cole and AJ. Cole and AJ saying that they got it under control.
Oh, here we go.
There's my 8-1 racing.
Right on. Is that a cop car?
Woo, woo, woo.
The car on the outside.
Driving to 45, giving a little push to Bailey Curry in the 4. 26 is Jeffrey Hunt.
You know, if I played Busted, I'd try to drive a car like that, but I'm not allowed to play that anymore.
So it was a good net gain for Bailey.
This is what's always been good about the NASCAR Xfinity Series. And you talk to these drivers that don't always spend time inside the top 12,
Bain and Custer drove away from AJ by about a second.
We are earning our money. It might not always make the highlight reel, but there is tough racing all through the field with various...
Yeah, there's tough racing through all the field, but somehow Fox never shows any of it. They're too busy dramatically zooming in on one car at a time. Oh, we got a slow car. Caution's out. The 91. Mason Massey. His parents must have really fucking hated him.
And this is their first foray into NASCAR, and you should have seen the smiles today. So excited to be here, be part of this.
Left front tire went down, and now it's shredded some of the front of the car.
Great report there.
I love the flat tire.
Trevor Bain is your leader.
Left front tire down.
Boy, it's like Xfinity races are like throwbacks now. Remember when we could roll with a flat tire and at least get back to the pits? Those were the days.
If you have too much camber in your left front, your air pressure...
DFS, I literally didn't do anything to get banned from Busted. They just banned me. They said it was repetitive ramming of teammates, which you can ask Dylan as my witness, which is just flat out not true.
And that's settings, right? That's settings of your front end. That is not Goodyear's fault. That is from being too aggressive.
Remember in the early 2010s when they would run all those pink cars during October for breast cancer awareness? Trevor Bain's cars just reminded me of those days. Keeps confusing me on what time of year it is.
Looks like a party theme car.
Bain, Custer, Allmendinger, Gregson, Ryan Sieg, and Justin Allgaier's really fast. He's in 6th. Ty Gibbs is 7th. I think that top 6 of that top 7 is going to be one of the cars that wins the race. I don't think Sieg has a chance, so I'm disqualifying him.
Avoiding disaster, I think it's between AJ and Focus.
Here's a little rant that has nothing to do with racing, but you guys know I talk about everything. My biggest problem with this week is how I started to get pissed off at my dad. And he didn't even do anything. But here's why I started getting pissed off at him. He's working at that warehouse too. So I'm in there. We're both busting ass. And I just want to turn to him and say, you know, we could be fucking painting right now and not be in this shithole. But because you and dumbass can't get along, we don't paint anymore. And we got to come and do shitty jobs like this. That's what I wanted to say. So I've actually been pissed at him all week. So I'm like, look at the shit we have to do now that we're not fucking painting.
If a car fails inspection twice, do they go to the rear?
I think so.
Because the following cars failed inspection twice. It was Harvick, Brad, Blaney, Joey, Bubba, and BJ McLeod.
Oh, okay. Why the fuck would BJ fail? I mean, I guess BJ's car is like a guinea pig Stuart Haas car, so they probably said, hey, see what you can get away with on the template because you're going to start in the back anyhow. They probably just had him be the scapegoat, and then a couple of their cars got busted anyway. I think Blaney has a cool paint scheme for tomorrow.
Look, Cindric's driving the new Blaney too.
Oh, that's going to be fucking confusing tomorrow. Seeing Cindric in that Quaker State Menards car.
Ross's is nice.
Yeah. Dude, because Blaney's driving a car with a sponsor that was always on the 2 car. And now the 2 car with Cindric's got fucking Menards and Quaker State on it. Brad's driving that purple car. Who's Custer driving for? I don't know the name of that fucking team.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, that's Blaney's car. I like that.
Blaney's car is
It's going to be a good race win diecast.
I like that. I can't say I don't like that.
I like Kyle's car. Even if I tell him it's not going to change anything, he won't go back and do it because he'd have to suffer with that fucking moron.
That's not bad.
And he's not consistent enough to keep the work on his own, which is why we had to go back to dumbass the first time.
We got our Wheaties this week.
Yep. And I saw a really racist comment on a post about Bubba's Wheaties car the other day. No surprise. It said N-words, and he said it said N-words don't like Wheaties. And it's like, what the fuck? It's cereal. Honey Nut Cheerios.
Battle of the cereals.
Here's what happened on this day, 1930.
So if my dad wants to suffer in that fucking warehouse, kill himself. He was complaining about when we were painting. He's like, I like painting, but I'm getting too old to do a lot of this physically. This fucking warehouse job is going to kill him.
In 1967, one of the best ever, Mario Andretti wins the Daytona 500. And the script says, insert Logano story here.
Well, Mario Andretti is my hero. He's my racing hero. You know, he's won everything in everything. And I was talking to him one time. He was talking about winning the Daytona 500, and he was talking about how there was a good.
You know what my favorite thing about working at Ingles was? It's like I shouldn't be anywhere else but here or sleeping, so it didn't bother me. Working during the day at that fucking warehouse, I'm like, man, there's about 1,000 places I'd rather be right now.
Won that race, but
fucking shoot me.
Cool guy. One of my favorite stories is when we won the Daytona 500. He sent me that picture autographed and said, "Finally, another Italian won the Daytona 500."
Oh, that is awesome.
And that sits right next to the trophy to this day.
That's awesome. That's very cool.
By the way, Fred Lorenzen finished second. I mean, we talk so much about teammates and drafting help at Daytona now.
Don't talk to Blaney about teammates. It's a sore subject right now.
You can push me to the limit, right? What's up, Reed?
You know what Bubba Spotter said this week on Door Bumper Clear? He was like, wherever Cindric and Blaney go, follow them, because every year now at these super speedways, the Penske cars crash each other and the guy in third always wins. So he's like, you just stay with Blaney and Cindric. Fuck everybody else. And it almost worked because they came off of 4 and Blaney and Cindric always hooked together. Guess who was going to win if they did?
Where he thought he was at. I'm sure he knows who it was.
A case of a little mistaken
So
identity.
follow the Penske cars, they'll wreck each other.
Justin Allgaier claiming it was not him, which it wasn't.
And I get Austin Hill's frustration, but nobody did anything wrong in that situation. He's pushing him down the front straightaway. That is a very common thing to happen here in Fontana. And we have to look at this again as they come off.
So Austin Hill thought it was Allgaier. It was Josh Berry that got up his ass.
Where they're at, there they are.
Yeah, Justin was a car behind
He was way back there.
Cars behind him. The yellow on the 8, the hood, you know, might look like an orange.
They're teammates.
You know,
They're just pushing and the car goes to the right. You know, I just don't see anything wrong with them. He wasn't trying to fence him. It's just racing, and it stinks. I get it. I'd be mad too, but
hey,
no one did anything wrong.
2 quick cautions after that, and he went from 4 laps down.
Yeah, those cautions helped Austin Hill a lot.
And
He gets a bunch. Yeah, we're going to get a restart with like 11 to go and then get another caution. So Hill might get back to being 1 lap down and get a chance to get back on lead laps. So maybe Hill's day's not over.
In arrears, he's actually done a nice job of coming back.
Yeah, they've done a good job.
And that's to say, if we
Finishing
don't
that thing
get
the best they
more
can. I'm sure they're going to keep working on every caution that they get. But yeah, like you said, Adam,
hot
he's
in
only 2
here.
laps down. We got a stage in coming up here, just over 10 laps. Might be able to get one of them back and be 1 lap down and be able to get racing.
As long as nobody keeps going down laps, right? Because he's still down 2, so if someone else is down 1, he won't get that lucky dog. So these cautions on top of cautions is working out for him.
Trevor Dane leading with just over 10 to go, stage 1. Here's their team audio.
Yeah, I think you just up a little too high down there, 3 and 4. I think it's a little too dirty right now.
If you win in the 18 car and you're a bum like Trevor Bain, should I have an asterisk on it? Because that's how I felt when Sam Hornish won in it. I was like, it doesn't count. He's driving a fucking 18 car.
Yeah, you know, we talked about wind direction, and it was like that way in practice. It was kind of blowing from turn 1 to turn 3, and hit your left side door. So
Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Tight over there. Just keep have your car feel really numb. So I feel like that's.
Those mountains in the distance always look really cool.
Imagine being that driver though. Like, they're like, hey, you want to come drive the 18 Xfinity? I'd be like, oh yeah.
Dude, Ryan Priest, to save his career, paid them to let him drive the 18, and then he won at New Hampshire. That's how Priest has still been around. He paid because he was like driving shitty cars and said, I want to drive the fucking 18 and show you. And he kicked ass at Bristol and New Hampshire.
I don't think guys are very anxious to get up there, right? There's a lot of risk that comes with running up.
And now next year, Priest is going to be in the 10 car for Stuart Haas. They haven't said it yet, but it's pretty obvious that's where Stuart Haas is going.
Be able to go up there and benefit from it. So, and I doubt you'll see see anybody here in these 10 laps before the end of the first stage, but you never know. Someone could jump up there and start making time.
On the choose, top three all take the outside lane, which means Noah Gregson, who we know loves to go get it, will restart on the front row with Trevor Bain.
Super surprising here. Trevor Bain just got the lead from the bottom on the front row.
Trevor Bain, Noah Gregson, Ryan Sieg, Cole Custer, Riley Herbst, AJ Allmendinger. AJ picked the outside. He's all the way back in 6th, but he's 3rd on the outside line.
Stage in Fontana.
Outside line's where I want to be.
If I'm Noah Gregson, I might be saying thank you very much.
Unless we're up to speed, then I'm going to send it in the corner on you and try to clear you from the bottom. Look at that push on the outside.
See a big push for Cole Custer there to Trevor Bain. Going to clear the 18.
And Custer shoots to the middle. He wants to go 3 wide, gets Noah loose underneath him. Sieg into 2nd. Oh, Sieg couldn't get back in the gas fast enough. They got that big run off. Don't get run over by the 54. Gibbs 3 wide in the middle back there. Gets around Sieg in between Allgaier. See, look how good California is. And they want to turn into a short track. 3 wide. Gibbs, Allgaier, and Allmendinger again. Look at that beautiful 8 wide racing. Trevor Bain drives away as Custer and Noah battle side by side. Don't hook him like Casey Kane did Danica here, Noah. I thought Noah was going to hook him like Casey Kane accidentally did Danica when they were trying to side draft each other here. Look at everybody running the outside. I told you, outside line.
Most cars are looking for. It seemed like it was like that in practice as well.
Still in top 10.
The veteran class there. Allgaier, Allmendinger, Kimmel.
And Allgaier's car, just watch him go through that corner. Left side's right on the paint on the bottom, hooking it around. Didn't look sideways. Obviously, he's up to 5th from starting 20th. It's looking pretty good.
We all pretty much knew that Ty Gibbs was probably going to wind up front, even though he's never been here before. Trying to pass Gregson for 3rd. His car looks really, really good right now. Looking at the bottom.
Gibbs, Allgaier, and Noah look fast.
Cars like that, when laps get on tires, you got guys kind of just creep around the bottom and have kept their tires.
Bain's getting really good restarts, though, and checking out in the clean air.
Of 3 and 4, this end right here works pretty good. Bottom of 1 and 2, not so much. It's a lot flatter down at the bottom of 1 and 2, and it's also a ton of sealer, a lot of cracks. This is an old surface here at Auto Club, so you definitely have cars slipping around, but the bottom lane.
Hang in there, Josh Berry. We're not even at the end of stage 1 yet.
From Junior Motorsports inside the top 10. 9th and 10th, you saw them there.
3 wide. Clements, Creed, and Brandon Jones for 11th.
Making it 3 wide on the outside. Jeremy Clements coming back in the 51. Keep in mind, asterisk on his run, those tires that he put on when they had that.
Oh, Jeremy Clements has fresh tires. That's why he's fucking fast. He should be faster than that to be on fresh tires. He's not even back in the top 10. Well, he's not giving that 45 underneath him a lot of room. Glad we cut away from that to show something that happened 5 minutes ago. Well, Clements knows that Herbst is going to wreck anyway. He was just trying to get him a head start. So he moved him.
Hey, Brown right there in 11th, started 30th today. It got away from him in qualifying. He had a handful in 3 and 4, made the big save. Unfortunately, as a consequence of that.
Listen to that off throttle time. It's beautiful. We're going to hear a lot of that tomorrow. I got a feeling. I really do need to go watch the replays of practice. I need to set that to record later. Next commercial, I'm going to set the practice replay to record so I can watch it all. All 25 minutes of it. At least I know it'll be a short watch. 3 wide. Herbst slides up in front of Jones. Clements can't get clear of Herbst. This is all for 13th, by the way. The battle for 3rd right now is pretty insane. Oh, that 54 is lucky that Allgaier's smart and lifted for him there.
All right, you see Ty Gibbs running up in the 4th position right now. Nice move forward for that race team. The guys told me before the race started, Ty was beating himself up after qualifying. He hit those seams that you guys were talking
Better
about.
to beat yourself off than beat yourself up.
One of his goals early on here was to learn those.
Tell him, oh wait, he's Christian. He doesn't do that. Ty Gibbs is Christian. Sorry, that's a sin.
Yes, they are. They're very wide. The seams here are very wide.
5 to go in stage 1.
And qualifying is if
Been kind of a long stage with all the cautions.
you start crossing those seams, it just really gets the car upset.
I don't know what the average age is of the top 5.
Wait till tomorrow.
Is helping the average on the young side right at 19, and man, is he loaded with
I
talent.
got a 4th car now.
He's done a tremendous job. You know, you notice right off the bat when he won the Daytona Road Course. I was up here in the 5.
Battle for the lead, Custer and Bain. Neither one of them need the stage win. Because Custer's a Cup guy and Trevor Bain's part Tom, but
You saw Cole dip his left sides on.
wouldn't it be funny if 2 guys that don't even give a shit about stage wins wreck each other for a stage win that doesn't matter?
Cleanest surface on the whole racetrack is the apron.
teammates
You see guys even put all 4 tires down there. You saw that. And
Trevor Bain's only 31. That's fucking with me so bad.
Yeah, it is.
When he's 35. And Byron knows it. Chase knows it. Everybody knows it. He's trying to go down there. I about wrecked. But it's so much grip. So you'll see a lot of people put their lefts down there just to try to get a little bit more traction.
On board with Riley Hurst.
Allgaier's caught Noah for 3rd. Bain's holding off Custer for now. 3 to go.
Whoever figures out this wall, riding the wall in the corners first,
Noah.
you're going to see a ton of speed come out of those cars. So this is about the time of a run. It probably should start coming in. And with it a few laps to go, you might as well feel it out a little bit before you come down the road. But this battle for the lead is something to stay on. This is going to be close.
Joey's trying to tell them how to direct because Fox can't direct a race worth of shit.
Absolutely.
But they still want the stage win. I'm telling you, you always go for it.
I find myself in video games when I don't need stage points being like, I want to win the stage. And I'm like busting ass for it. Sam Mayer, Ryan Sieg, and Hemrick 3 wide down the back for 8th.
Mayor, Sieg, and Henry. That's for
This racetrack's going to give somebody brain damage as bumpy as it is.
8 to 10.
He's going to break the cars tomorrow.
2 laps to go.
All I can say is don't get a flat rear tire.
There we go.
We got a couple great battles. One for the lead, one for 3rd.
Zoom that camera in. There you go. Every time the camera goes. Motion sickness.
Kind of running just a headlight out, a headlight lower. Both of them are just to try to get a little bit of air. Because everyone, I think, wants to be in that.
Bain drove away from Custer. I don't think Custer's going to have anything for him. 1 to go this time.
You never want to be on the seams like we've all talked about.
Mayer and Hemrick battling for the final stage point.
Actually has a lot of grip when you do that. It will help your car turn as well.
Who's that slow car that they were about to run up on there? Did you see that? Yeah, and they cut away from it. Hemrick was coming up on a car half his speed, coming off of 4. They cut away from it. Well, not white flag, but 1 to go on the stage.
And then you got to commit. You know, there's like different steps of getting to the wall and then committing to it to make time. As you see Gregson get really loose there. So it's a tricky deal, especially early in the race. You don't want to.
Oh, zoom that camera in. There you go. Zoom it in. I got something funny to show you guys during the commercial.
And be ready for this next stage.
Coming back to the green and white checkered flag.
Oh, Gregson in the wall. That's not going to do a lot of damage. It's got that composite body, but Noah busted his ass off of 4.
First 35 laps.
Fenders look fine. Maybe I have to pull that right rear fender a little bit.
Gregson, Ty Gibbs rounds
Sam
out
Mayer is going to hold off Clements for 10th.
the final point in the opening stage.
We got
Give it
4 of us in
to
the
Sam
top 10,
Mayer.
Dale. We got Go
You know, only
Junior.
one time.
I got something funny to show y'all during the commercial.
Go Junior.
Let me go to Twitter. Hope I don't see no whores on my Twitter.
As long as it's the
That's why I never go there during the races, because I follow a lot of friends, and some of my friends are complete thoughts on social media. This is your point of view. You're watching a race on NASCAR on Fox. Check it out. Damn it, Dylan, you missed it. Gotta start over for you. Point of view. You're watching a race on NASCAR on Fox. Check it out. This is what we're going through every week. Look, it's like a Fox cameraman.
dude, last week was horrible when he was up under the cars. Oh my god.
This is what it's like watching the fucking broadcast. That's how fucking horrible it is. That fucking zoom that went. I love NR 2003 because people make shit like that ESPN parody video, and then that one. That shit was funny in that ESPN parody. He drank 4 energy drinks this morning, and he couldn't stop going to the bathroom. So on the next pit stop, they're going to fit him with a bigger urine bag because the one he had spilled all over the car. Kyle Busch, not happy about the current situation. And the whole time they were saying that there was like a big wreck going on, they're not talking about it. Then one of them just goes, "Whoa, Kevin Harvick's slow there." Hard to see from that angle exactly what happened. You can see he gets spun around, and then he spins all the way around. And that is a testament to the safety of these race cars. They have Austin Hills on board, and he's in the back. He should get another lap back here and be 1 down now if he was the free pass. Chris, if you're here, I still have that NR 2003 code you sent me. I just never have used it. To see if it works or not. Because I've just been playing the Thunder games. And I haven't had time lately to dick around with anything. All because my dumbass stubborn dad couldn't just bite the fucking bullet and make all our lives easier. His included. His life would be easier. If we were just painting.
To pay that off, coming to the green and white checker flag, Noah Gregson, who will put his car anywhere, anytime.
Why can't I be born into a rich family?
You know,
Castle blew up, Caden. That thing caught on fire and just blew up.
California kiss.
A kiss, something Adam Alexander's probably never had in his life.
You know where he's really good is Miami. And
same thing.
Where do you run in
Well, Chris, go ahead and preemptively send me another just in case.
But, you know, I mean, that's where he was late.
We're friends on Facebook now.
Stage win for him.
You asked Dave Moody the hard question I gave you the other day. He went on Moody's and asked him if there was going to be any backlash or NASCAR might get canceled because they refer to Denny Hamlin as Bubba's owner.
We can lose him on the TV side. You know, he's doing a lot of work for us now.
I've seen that.
Race day for the Camping World Truck Series and on Race Hub, he's done some races for us, some ARCA commentary with Jamie, and so I'd hate to lose him on that side. But boy,
I bet you they all pit. Because duh. Why don't the boomers watch the Xfinity Series and go to those races if the fucking number of lug nuts on the tires means so much to them?
A lot more time in the TV booth last year.
That's why I'm spending even more time in the booth this year. It's a correct trend. So.
It is pretty cool at Fox lets us do this, though. This is a fun thing for us to come up here and talk to our race fans from experience right off the racetrack. We were on the racetrack an hour and a half ago, so that's pretty neat as they open up pit road here, and there's going to be some interesting pit stops. Regan, I think you're first.
Ryan Blaney's a handsome fella, no homo.
His home race running in second place right now. Always so good at this racetrack. That car right now just a little bit too free early on for him. Has a little bit of trouble with the right front tire after 15 laps. Feels like he's just wearing it out a little bit too much. And Justin Allgaier getting track position early on after a tough qualifying session. Right now that race car pretty decent. Wants to be just a little bit tighter on the long runs. Jamie?
Noah Gregson in the 9 said the car was definitely better than it was this morning in practicing qualifying. They're going to fix them up a little bit, though. Track bar adjustment, air pressure adjustment.
Hope next time, hopefully Noah will hit the wall hard enough to damage that spoiler.
Meanwhile, the 18 getting his first ever stage win here in the Xfinity Series. It'll be 4 tires. A little bit snug, but feels pretty good. He's happy. Told the guy
That's a good crowd for an Xfinity race. New leader. Since Sieg took no tires, that has to be a mistake. He must have missed his pit box. Daniel Hemrick should be the leader. No way Sieg is going to stay out here on them tires. No way. Sieg missed the box, so Daniel Hemrick is the leader. 7 spots gained on pit road. College Racing Pit Crew.
It's the 7 easiest spots you can gain.
That's right. That's right. Well,
I don't know if you ever talked to him.
Fresh tires.
Stickers.
We'll try to calm him back down. Get him ready to go for this restart. Hey, Trevor Bayne. I hate to do this after your bad pitch stop, but Ryan Blaney up in the Fox booth. You got me?
What's up, lady?
Hey, your car looks great out there. You look crazy fast. Congrats getting the lead on the bottom. What do you think of the racetrack? How do you think the lanes are playing? And what do you think of the choose?
Why isn't there a NASCAR driver named Bane Blaney?
But y'all let me know if somebody starts working that very top lane, because I want to be up there. Just a little too dusty right now, so I'd say we'll be ripping the wall here later.
Dustier than Candace Owens' pussy up in that top lane right now. That's why they're not really running all the way against the outside wall. And you saw what happened when Noah tried to run it.
I'm starting to figure this out. Joey talks to Austin Hill before the race. He hits the wall. Blaney set to talk to Trevor Bayne. He has a bad pit stop.
We better just stop talking.
Clean it up over there.
You know who else I feel bad for in the whole Ukraine and Russia thing? Russians that don't want anything to fucking do with it, which is literally like roughly 90% of their country is like, no, why are we doing this? I blame Maze Pin, and I don't even watch Formula One. Because I don't want to get up that early. Who is Candace Owens? This stupid bitch that does like political commentary. It's got a lot of shit opinions. And that show Peacemaker on HBO Max had one of my favorite lines. Two characters in the show are arguing, and the third character says, "Hey, she has a right to her opinion." And the girl goes, "Thank you." And he goes, "Her stupid fucking opinion." So it's like, yes, that's how I feel about Aaron Rodgers. You have the right. He has the right to his opinion. Leave him alone. His stupid fucking opinion. I wish Putin would buy Formula One. Won't that be funny?
People who have won here, and it really speaks to what it takes to get it done.
This one looks pretty good.
Hey, look at that. Who's Beavis from Beavis and Butthead was a race car driver. I never knew that. Tony Stewart looking like a fat John Stamos in that picture.
Drivers love it. You can move around. I keep talking about that. It's one of those places you are a sawing on the wheel. You're up next to the wall. Mistakes are easy to make, and the racing is incredible.
Hemrick, Gibbs, Gregson, Josh Berry, and Justin Allgaier are the top five. Custer and Bain lost big on pit road.
Well, Adam, looking at that slow pit stop,
As did Allmendinger.
Reminded me, this is a brand new team going over the wall for this Joe Gibbs Racing team. Because of the different lug nut on the Cup side, Gibbs does not allow their same Cup crews to come over here and pit for the Xfinity teams like they have in years past. So that slow stop you saw there was just a matter of these guys are only in their second week together. They're still gelling, understanding each other, and trying to gain that all-important chemistry together.
That's a great reminder, Jamie. And you know,
Does Tony Stewart have ties to Vladimir Putin?
Use the Sunday guys on Saturday. It's just you have a different setup, right? One day you're hitting 5 lug nuts, the next day you're hitting 1. Gibbs said we want exclusive guys for Saturday.
Hey, look, it's that place where the last mission in Red Dead Redemption 2 takes place.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting story. You know, the pit stop has changed so much. You may say just
Jersey
one lug
Mike's.
nut, and that's the only thing different. It changes the way the guys run around the race car, the way they make adjustments. Everything is so different, and I can see trying to do both. It's hard to do, right? It's hard to do two things. It's easier to do one. So
Yeah.
I could see.
Chris, that's the next thing you got to ask Moody. You should just call Moody, and every time you call, ask him Formula One questions because he won't have a fucking clue.
You know, it's just completely different now, and I can understand that. That's a great point made by Jamie, for sure.
Dave Moody makes me miss Dave Despain. I'd give up my left nut to kill Dave Moody and bring Dave Despain back to television and radio. And he can talk about all the NASCAR he wants. I don't care how many people complain to him like they did that one time. When Dave Despain was like, I keep hearing about, oh, there's too much NASCAR. Shut up.
Yeah, restart back in the 36th position.
It's expensive.
Front row, Daniel Hemrick.
Green flag. And pit crew got me up there towards the front. Good restart by Gibbs.
Leader take the top every single restart, I believe. Looks like
Hemrick around the outside of the 54. That outside is so damn strong. And you can get higher and go even faster. Intensely close side drafting there by Gibbs. Here comes Noah looking for a place to go. You know, Ty's going to drive it all the way in there on the bottom. Side draft's going to get Hemrick the lead here, but no, whoa! Gibbs goes for a spin, and oh, the splitter dug into the grass. Oh, wait, I don't think it did that bad. I think he was just trying to move down.
Aggressive side drafting.
They were pretty close on the backstretch. His splitter doesn't look to be that bad. I think Gibbs is okay.
really hard, and it was unfortunate it didn't end up.
And yeah, Jeffrey Earnhardt is doing a good job in the 26 today. That's a decent ride.
You know, that puts them in a bad spot on their set of tires. And
yeah, you just spun your fresh set of tires not even two laps into a run. So they were really close down the back. This is them coming off of 4. Hemrick came down, Gibbs comes up, and then they just meet in the middle. They just met in the middle. I can't believe he went through the grass and didn't tear shit up. That car turning around and spinning backwards through that last part of the grass probably saved him. Because watch him. He spins through the grass, gets lucky the splitter doesn't dig in, hits the little bit of pavement, and then goes backwards the rest of the way. So
the 11 was against the wall, so that's one of those hard.
yeah, Hemrick had nowhere else to go. Gibbs was pinching him to the wall, and they just kind of touched, and there he went.
Well, Ty just came on the radio, apologized to his guys. He said, I tried to side.
Ty said, wow, Ty Gibbs took responsibility.
So one of those learning moments.
I can't believe Ty Gibbs took responsibility for something. Good for him. He's growing.
I was concerned about the splitter digging in, and there was a lot of sod flying, but I can't tell how.
Hemrick, Gregson, Custer, Berry, Allgaier. Gibbs went for a spin, but took the blame, so no harm, no foul. That's a first for Ty Gibbs to take responsibility for a wreck. Hey, Ozzy. Ozzy. What are you doing? You gonna go out the window? You know I got the window open, so. Where are you going, buddy?
Thug life.
Hey. Don't ignore me. I feed you. Silly cat. Ozzy. Hey, buddy, yeah. Want to pet you for a minute. Hey, oh, I appreciate that, Chris. He said when you figure out how to add accounts, you're going to subscribe with the ones you use. Okay. Cool. Fresh batch of subscribers. Oh, you don't want to go out the window, buddy? You going back up in the attic? Man, I want to go to Golden Corral.
I went yesterday.
I want to go eat somewhere today because I don't want to eat what we fucking got in there. They have fucking Golden Corral here is all I know. Let me let Ozzy out of the room. Oh my god, I can stand up again and not feel pain. First couple steps are awkward though. That job's pissed me off for a couple reasons. I haven't been able to ride my bike the last 2 days. I'm taking a break so I'm like my legs and shit heal up, or if I go back to Ingles. But I'd like to be riding the bike once a day like I was. But it's better to let my legs heal.
Without any big signings, who do you think's going to win y'all's division?
Who do I think's going to win the division next year?
Saints.
Tampa Bay can coast to it with like
Bay
10 wins or something. Tampa Bay will coast and probably win the division again. Carolina's going to be the worst team. I think Atlanta will improve slightly, but not much.
Atlanta and the Saints will be about 7-8 wins.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
The Panthers will be the worst, and the Bucks will probably win it with a meh record.
Hot now. Dude, that right now, the glass of milk. What? Oh, my God.
Oh, man, your fake John Sanservino account.
And let Alex Johnson, Brett carry it.
That got me hungry for some Krispy Kreme donuts. We got
No, Blaney, I've had my sugar for the day and for the rest of the year.
A toddler on the backstretch going over and over. What is she doing on the track?
I don't like that. She got upside down way too fast, Dylan. We got to stop these kids from getting upside down. I didn't like how that kid flipped over that easy.
It's great to see fans out. I mean, if you guys see the videos at the infield, there's tons of people here.
Yeah, now go back and watch a race from 2020 or a football game from 2020 and be like, God, how did we ever do this?
Great to see the kids out having fun.
Camping here at Auto Club is awesome. It's different cultures everywhere we go, right, around the country. But when you come out here to California, you see everyone's having a good time. A lot of family.
Shout out to the Butterface playing fucking whatever with those beanbags. That's what it is.
A lot of times they light them all up and then they open up the track and they let them ride on their actual racetrack. I don't know if they're going to do that again this year, but that was cool. Look at all the bikes.
I am Cornelio. Next thing you're going to see is Morgan Shepherd rolling through the garage on his roller skates.
It's a big thing here. Look at all them bikes. I told you. It's like Disneyland with strollers.
Nice bike.
Really easy to lose your stroller.
You think the track is as hard on their tires as it is the drivers? What do you think? Maybe their tires not as sensitive as the racing tires?
If it was my kid out there, there's so many skid marks we can't keep tires on the bike of a bike.
Hey, tomorrow on Fox, the stars are really out in Fontana. Race day on FS1 at 2 o'clock Eastern Time, over to Fox at 3. It's Race 2 2022. Who gets it done here? Watch it on Fox in the Fox Sports app.
I'm not a star, I guess.
Where are you
because I can't get my face on the deal.
Look at
My mouth's wide open.
Look at that picture of Logano. I wonder why his mouth is open like that. What's he trying to tell us?
What pose would you give? I mean, we got the camera on. What pose would you
You'll
give?
never know because I'm not going to get put on it, guys. My last booth appearance ever. And come on that promo.
Guy who won 3 races last year can't make the fucking promo for the race tomorrow.
And we have the best production team anywhere. But if
That's a
you're
goddamn lie.
watching behind the scenes, Blaney
Adam
is on
Alexander
the show
says we have the best production team anywhere. That's a fucking liar.
Let's make sure
You don't have to take anybody off, but just space it out and put me in.
I don't know what I'm going to get. You guys are making me jealous with all your food you're getting. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to get later, but.
Batman pizza.
See, I don't know. I want something nice. I don't fucking know. God damn it.
bread.
Shit, you want to go to Game Haven and Little Caesars after the race? I'm serious.
I'm broke.
I got money.
Okay.
I said, you ain't got to be broke. I got money. How are you broke? You got a better job than I have.
Bills, man.
Oh, yeah. And you still want to go to Martinsville?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
here, and I'm sure he's gathered a lot of knowledge.
I pay-
Another reason I can't spend money.
I pay like 2 bills. So
Backup car for Kevin
there's
Hart.
Harvick's backup car being rolled out.
Well, that's an unconfirmed report. So we'll just tell you that's the Ford of Kevin Harvick, and in some way, shape, or form, they will have him ready to go tomorrow.
Eat fresh.
So we're not sure if that's a backup or his
not.
primary redone. Either way, pretty cool. The next
You can help me eat the pizza part of the Batman car. I want the calzone parts.
What we'll say is tremendous work by the
But yeah, we'll go do that
organization.
and go to Game
Ready
Haven.
to go.
Unless you got to run off if you got to go home or something. It's like, I'm going to get this race over with. I'm hungry. Gregson and Hemrick on the front row. Good push in that outside again. Whoever's in that outside just sucks up to the car in front of them better. 3 wide, Allgaier. Noah loose, hangs on to it. Hemrick pulls away. Oh, man, Custer on the outside of Noah. Noah gives him plenty of room. Here comes the train on the outside of Noah. It's like a mini super speedway. Slingshot on the bottom from Custer. Takes the lead from Hemrick. 07's never been this good. That is a total Stewart-Haas car in disguise. Noah gets Hemrick a little loose. They touch off of 2. They have history, but they're supposed to be kind of sort of teammates in Cup this year. These side drafting with these idiots like fucking Noah is going to hurt somebody. We've already seen it with Gibbs. And Custer's like, keep racing hard. I'm going to drive away. Chris, you're like Beavis and Butthead eating the gas station nachos. 20 to go in stage 2.
The top spot, he takes control. He becomes really, really dangerous, I think.
I think you're correct. That car looks pretty good. You get that clean air. He's been very patient in this race so far to finally get the lead. He's finally really pretty quick out there. But the 7's pretty good, too.
What do you have, Regan?
Slow car in the middle of the pack. The 4. Bailey Curry hanging on to it. He's got some right side damage. Got to get to pit road. If he can hang on to it long enough to get to pit road. Hang on, buddy. Just get to pit road. Slow down. Flat right rear, just hanging on. That's what the fuck I was saying. Slow your ass down. He makes it to pit road before the tire comes off.
Hopefully it stays on there. Let's see what happened here to the 4.
Good job.
Looks like maybe a similar thing that happened.
He got crossed up with the car pushing him. Stephen Parsons.
So it is hard for the spotters to kind of see at that angle. Get down into turn 1 if you're clear or not.
I guarantee that 07 car will not be anywhere near this good next week. I know Custer's just a good driver, but that's obviously a Stewart-Haas car. It's just a straight-up Stewart-Haas car.
So that is a tough one to kind of judge on there.
Boy, from just third on back, they're just battling everywhere. Allgaier and Hemrick have traded the spot a couple of times. I wish I knew what Josh Berry was missing to be a little more competitive in this race. He's been top 10 most of the day.
Maybe not as good as the pit crew got him out there, so I'm sure they'll keep working on that thing, and they keep those pit stops, so stay up there.
I'm looking forward to seeing what Justin Allgaier can do if this run goes green. You know, he had come from 20th in the first stage, got all the way up there. Now he's passed for 3rd, and we still have 18 laps to go. So. And now he's got some clean air in front of him, so I'm curious to see if he can take down our lead and how good his car really is.
The move he just made, he was in 1 and 2.
Who?
The 3rd lane.
Who? Oh.
That thing all the way to the bottom.
He can. Now that he's clear of Hemrick, if he can stay clear of Hemrick, yeah.
Here's the other thing I wonder.
Although I feel like Noah's a car that gets faster as the run goes on. But as he gets faster, he starts taking more chances.
How much is the track going to change? Not only, adding some rubber because we haven't been here in a couple of years, and just time of day and temperature change and all that. I'm guessing you're going to see some changes in this racetrack as we take a look at
Ty Gibbs up to 15th. As we know, the back half of the field in Xfinity is like ridiculously bad compared to a Gibbs car, but still impressive. 3 wide with Jeffrey Earnhardt and Kaz Gralla. Jeffrey Earnhardt spitting water.
But it seemed like it was pretty strong and it was okay. He's been pretty fast.
Jeffrey Earnhardt might be overheating. You saw him kind of pushing some water there. Jeffrey's done a great job. He's running inside the top 15, running 14th, but it looks like he might have some trash on the grill. That's no good. There's a lot of trash around this racetrack.
Yeah, there you go. Big bag out there.
That's very, very bad. He needs to try to get
His car is coming. It's so happy to actually be running this fast. Oh, shit, I see why. Look at that shit on this grill. I see why that thing's pushing water. You use Casgrala to try to get that off. Oh, there you go. There, it's trying. I think it's taped though. It's like wedged in there. It's not coming off.
The part that concerns me, I don't see water coming out of it.
Zoom that camera in a little more. Why don't you?
He's got it cooled off, which I don't think he does. Or he has no problem.
There you go. Zoom it in. Hey, most of it went off.
It is out of water. That's why it's not pumping any out of it anymore at the right side.
39 seat making a nice comeback.
Here comes the zoom in. We have a caution. Got a car spun off 4. Brandon Jones spun off a 4, but kept going. Looks like he didn't even hit anything. Caution is out.
Running in the top 10. Looks like maybe a scuff on the right rear for him.
Get up high, hit that wall, brush the wall, and then spin out, or just slide. We learned last week in the truck race how quick they are with the caution, so they probably saw him get sideways and went. What's going on?
See, his left side's on the seam, it seems like. And
yep, that's exactly what happened. Ooh! Almost took Trevor Bain out. Bain just missed him. They didn't need a caution for that. Could have stayed green. What? Not gonna lie, the racing just after the restarts is pretty damn good. Is there anything else you'd want to eat besides Little Caesars? No. All right, we'll get Little Caesars after we go to Game Haven. Shouldn't have ate that fucking ice cream, but come on, it was my fucking birthday week, man.
One ain't gonna hurt you, though.
Can't believe I started work at that shitty job on my birthday. Custer's flying today. I like Noah's car. If Noah can get a long run, I mean like a really long run, he'll be hard to beat. Dylan's in the bathroom. I might say fuck it and ride my damn bike tonight any damn way, because my legs feel better. Maybe like stretching out my legs will ease the pain. You sent me a code? Alright, I'll screenshot it so I hold it. I've still got the code screenshotted from the last time you sent me one, but we'll see if I get in the mood to fuck around with NR again. I'm pretty sure, I hope I didn't delete it. I don't think I deleted it. I think I still have it. Might have deleted it because I couldn't get it to work or something. I don't know. Let me look right now. I can look right while we're on stream. It's just on my desktop.
Who's ready for some real racing?
I think I made a folder and left all the NR 2003 mod stuff in it. So, or was this like a paint scheme mod I was trying to download when I was trying to get the game to work? Yeah, it was a fucking paint scheme mod. So I think I actually deleted NR, so I'll have to like get it. Chris, can you send me a safe link to download NR 2003? Can you find me a safe link? Because I had one a long time ago that I got, I think, from like Radman or somebody, because I trust them. But you'll have a safe link for me. Please get on that, because I thought I might have still had NR on my computer, but I guess I deleted it when I couldn't get it to work.
His wins. Here's the obligatory highlight reel for Cole Custer, who's leading this race and won here in 2019. And beat Kyle Busch to get it done on that Saturday afternoon. You know, that was one of his 7 wins that year. Christopher Bell won 8 times. With Tyler Reddick, we made them the big 3. Yeah. I think it was appropriate. Reddick goes on to win.
You guys will have to hook me up with all the good links for the NR mods and how to install. I think those mods must be simple because mods on old video games like that are super easy to install. You just literally put them in the fucking folder. Nowadays, some games can be complicated. Because I was fucking around with graphics mods for GTA 4, and it's like insanely hard to figure out. And I just fucking gave up on it.
It makes a lot of sense to race here. But I think also for Cole, you know, Cup Series is hard.
And plus, I don't want Rockstar to sue me.
Before you know it. And I think,
yeah.
You know,
hey, I got Game Boy games on my computer. I got like I forgot, not only do I have Pokemon games, I got a Yu-Gi-Oh game on Game Boy on my computer that I forgot about.
I agree. It does boost.
We're going to go green with 10 to go in Stage 2. If Noah could get a long run, he'd be great. I think he needs a long run.
And I'm sure he's going to learn a lot of stuff for tomorrow.
You know, we were promoting Austin Hill, working his way back to the lead lap after that early incident. Unfortunately, he's not been able to get the free pass again, so he's still 2 laps down. Alex LeVay gets it here. By the way, I want to give a call to the Bennett family of companies, a women-owned and operated transportation logistics company.
And I'll need step-by-step instructions for dumbasses because I don't want to fuck with the files and ruin something. I'm so paranoid about modding shit because I don't have a lot of experience with it.
With a guy that no doubt is a future star.
And he's close to maybe get one back. So time of Joe Martin's is 34th, 1 lap down. He's going to get the lucky dog first. And then that'll put Austin Hill the first car any laps down, which will be 2 down. So then once you get 1 down, you have a chance. But being 2
I have a hacked version of Pokemon saved on my emulator stuff, but I can't remember what it's called, and I've never tried it.
Decent spot, but you got to figure out how to get 1 lap down to really have a chance at that lucky dog.
Going to be 10 to go stage 2 when we go back to the gray flag. Custer takes the outside lane. Gregson inside. Row 2, a couple of veterans. Daniel Hemrick, the reigning champion inside.
Custer, Gregson, Hemrick, Allgaier, Sam Mayer, and AJ behind them. Josh Berry still hanging in there.
Turn 1, trying to slide up the racetrack. I'll be interested to see if he does that again.
Oh, yeah, all kinds of... Fucking Noah might wipe out the top 5 on one single restart, and there will be... Once again, outside line just launches with a great push.
We saw Justin thinking about trying to put it in the middle.
Oh, Noah chops across the nose of Gregson. That was... Blaney saw that shit, too. Noah gets really loose off a 2, 4 wide. 4 wide. Woo! Hemrick tucks back in. 2 guys side drafting. The car behind him just drafts up on him and blows by him. Looks like he's going 20 miles an hour faster.
Those runs are so much fun, aren't they, Blaine? When you get one off the top and you're 5 mile an hour, 6 mile an hour faster than everybody.
Oh, yeah. It is great, but there's no worse feeling than getting stowed up on the bottom a little bit and knowing that you're going to get put 3 wide or someone's going to blow by you. It's such a momentum game here at this track. You see AJ, 2 cars got side by side, pull off the wall, and he was able to just stay up by the wall in the front stretch.
Hemrick's the most unlucky driver in the world. Right when he goes to get around Gregson, one of these times Gregson's going to bust his ass and take them both out. He almost did it there. Gregson got really squirrely there.
You know, I was talking to Jamie McMurray this week.
Hemrick just has that kind of luck.
And he said, in California, you can get 2 for 1 a lot because of what you talked about. 2 guys get side by side, you pull up in their wake and then hammer by. Fun to watch, you know?
It really is. A lot of slicing and dicing.
Joe Logano's been reading Dark Knight Returns. Slice and dice.
They see the 9 go down to side draft, and AJ is like, thank you very much. Merry Christmas.
Noah almost hooked Allgaier into 1 trying to side draft. Well, remember when I said he's going to take out the whole top 5 and there Josh Berry will take the lead on one of these restarts? Trevor Bayne has fell the fuck off, ladies and gentlemen. He's back to running like Trevor Bayne is expected to run.
Concerned about the 7 underneath him and trying to side draft him. He forgot there's other cars on the racetrack, and they're still racing each other pretty hard here.
Custer's just cruising about a second ahead of these guys, give or take.
He had to come down and get those tires because of the spin. I mean, he might win this thing. Look at him already back up inside the top 8.
He feels great, for sure, on the fresh rubber and able to make boatloads of time. And you said it, right? He might win this stage. He's got tired.
I'm here for it. Now, it might not work out later, right? I mean, he's out of balance wants now, so he has to have everything work out for him to have a chance to win this thing late. But man, and his teammate doing the same thing. Ty Gibbs is winning.
Yeah, but this is your chance to get a bunch of points. You know, you lost your track position. You're not in a good spot for tires later on. But get what you can while you can. And their advantage right now is...
Don't let Josh Berry get on your bumper down the straightaway. He's the Keselowski of this race. Maybe now with the new car and Cup, the Cup guys that call the Xfinity race won't sound so fucking jealous while they're watching the Xfinity cars, because the Xfinity cars are so fun and raceable. And the last couple of years, the Cup guys have just been all fucking day.
He's saying he just needs a little bit of help. He's struggling in 3 and 4. He said, I get that great run and then it just won't turn. Something else his team.
That's a safe link you sent me.
Don't run the wall too much that you're going to put yourself in a position that hit the wall. They all have to race these cars next week at Las Vegas. They do not want to wreck this car.
Oh yeah, the parts shortage is not exclusive to Cup. There's a shortage in Xfinity, but not as bad.
That's a great point. I mean, this race next week basically being treated as a double.
It's not like dire. But teams brought like just 2 cars out to the West Coast to do 3 races.
Not only do you go to a backup, you start
Noah and Allgaier has been the best battle of the day consistently.
And that probably explains a lot why there is nobody running up.
Noah's being smart on these streets. He's giving guys plenty of room.
It's got to be so attractive. And I want to go there. It's faster. I know it. I feel like if you're racing for the win, it's going to happen. But the fact that no one's up there, it might be dirty. Right?
How much are you going to clean that top line off if you ain't running it?
Especially with all that, the resin that they put down. You don't know what can stick in it. With everyone running a lane, half lane off.
Yeah, Chris, I got like virus protection and shit, but I'm so paranoid about computers after my past experiences. And I love my computer that I've had for almost 2 years now. It's been a good computer to me. Best one I've had that's not a Mac. I miss those Macs. That Custer's just dogging their ass. Stinking up the show. These damn Cup drivers. I don't complain about Custer because he's not driving for a Cup team. Although that car is awfully suspicious.
I know a lot of people might say that. Me personally, I'm impressed.
Yeah, you see, he really hasn't
because
made up many spots.
It's good to see that, yes, Custer is a good driver. We kind of forgot about that after last year.
Seems like he's stuck back there right now.
Trevor Bain back here with Riley Hurst, a driver of similar talent level.
This is like you driving on
and now you have to make ground up in a track like this where it chews tires up. You're working really hard. You're using your tires up.
I'm driving a back marker car.
Before you know it, you're
this race.
Hey, Chris, you got any good? My sister needs help. I'm going to send her the link.
boy, yeah, he is.
Can you get me a link with the Pokemon Game Boy games and the emulator to send to my sister? Because she was asking me about it earlier, and I don't know where to get them anymore because I think my website that I got them on is gone. So.
When he said that the 19's nice and straight with those new tires, that's the difference.
With Noah, though, you don't really know if that's a tire thing or just the way he's driving. He likes to let it hang out a little bit.
The 7's hung out a little bit, and you see really from the 7.
I got Brandon Jones spun out earlier, got fresh tires, and now look at him. It looks like Superman. Lap 69, nice.
This is where you just go where he's not.
There's just another lightning challenge. When the stage is
He's going to stop that.
He's not going to get to Custer, but if he had another 2 laps, if he had 4 to go instead of just 2, he'd get to him.
Come back, get 9 stage
Yeah,
points.
if he made up 2
And just
seconds
hope
on
it
a lap.
all works out later.
1 to go on the stage.
And now you're just going to hope that there's no late caution if you're Brandon Jones. I mean, that's what's going to hurt you. So you never know. You never know if things get running long here and there's maybe no caution in the final stage and you can just put 1 set on. But
You guys didn't get me anything for my birthday, by the way. I hold grudges.
If there's a lot of cautions early, it goes green late. Not many cars left.
Stage 2 in Fontana, the Cole Custer invitation.
I remember I used to go to coolrom.com, but I think that website doesn't have shit on it anymore,
The green and white
if it even still exists. Yeah, Nintendo started cracking down.
Allgaier, Gregson, and
Custer wins stage 2. I remember I got this computer, and the first thing I thought was Pokemon emulators. Got to find them. And I went to my old websites. I was like, where the fuck are they? And it's like the websites were there, but the download links were gone. And then I found some website, and it had everything. And I was like, I better get this shit now. So I've got it on my computer. I think I copied it to that external hard drive I have in case something happened to the computer because I want to be like covered. Yeah. So Custer, Brandon Jones, Justin Allgaier, Noah Gragson, Ty Gibbs back up to 5th. Had a couple of spinners get back in the top 5. Especially Jones on those really fresh tires. Josh Berry's been between 6th and 11th all day. I don't like this whole still getting dark before 7 o'clock bullshit we got going on here in North Carolina, but that should be over soon. Gotta love that seasonal depression. These things are fucking gross.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan. If it was the regular Twizzlers, I'd have done that.
Last time I was working at Ingles every night, and I was really hardcore no sugar then. Like, I'm still no sugar, but you see I'll eat a Twizzler or something. I was really hardcore no sugar, and I'm walking down the aisle at Ingles late at night, and I see orange creamsicle Twizzlers, and I'm like, wow, that must be good. I heard they're not, but
I ain't tried those. I don't know if I want to. That just sounds like too much.
Chris, did you ever hear of Pokemon Strangled Red? The hacked version of Pokemon Red. It's called Strangled Red. It's actually kind of scary. Showed it to my nephew. It scared the shit out of him. Okay, Dylan. So Pokemon Strangled Red. It's like a hacked version of Pokemon Red. You play as this trainer, and he's got his Charizard, right? And you basically play through like all of Pokemon Red as it was. Like very little's changed, but the character model is different for your character, and he's got a Charizard. After you beat the Elite Four, you've got your best friend who lives next door to you in Palatown. It's like, hey, I got this tough battle coming up. Can you temporarily trade me your Charizard? I just want to use him for one battle to beat this guy and shut him up. And your character's like, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. And your friend's like, come on, man, just trade me the Charizard. I'll give it right back. So the guy trade you, and then finally the character's like, okay, I'll trade you the Charizard temporarily, and you got to trade him back. Okay. It brings up the trade animation screen, and you hear the sound of something's neck cracking. And then your game cuts off, and it resets, and it comes back on. And your character has, like, longer hair, and he looks all fucking emo and depressed. Turns out, I guess, his Charizard died during the trade, and now there's been, like, a time jump, and he's, like, super fucking depressed and, like scary, sad. And you walk around in the game, and all the little people on the street turn away from you because they don't want to look at you because you're scaring them so much. And if you bring up the pause menu and go to your stats, he's got like red eyes under like black shadow. He's just like looking down or whatever, and he has like no Pokemon left. And the music gets slower and slower as you walk around the environment, and you get attacked by a wild Pokemon, and you won't send any Pokemon out, and the Pokemon's like and just runs away from you. And then I can't remember exactly what all happens, but the end of the game is your character goes to his best friend's house at night, and you like see him. He walks up to his bed, and then you hear the neck snap thing again, and it cuts off.
Damn.
And it's like he killed his friend who accidentally got his Charizard killed in the trade. It's like the Charizard got hung in the trade and got his neck snapped or so. It's fucking scary, dude. I left out a lot of shit in that, but it's pretty fucking weird. Look up Pokemon Strangled Red.
Jamie's in great shape.
And people who are here for the fucking NASCAR thing are like, the fuck are they talking about? They're under caution. Leave me alone. It's pretty creepy shit.
A spotter. Regan's got a medical consultant.
I love the best was the interview is still huffing and puffing.
Regan Smith needs mental help.
Heck, I would be too.
I saw that look in his eyes when he was trying to choke Ty Dillon at Watkins Glen 6 years ago. He was, dude. He went at Ty Dillon wide-eyed as fuck trying to strangle him. Like he killed his Charizard or something.
Here they are making a pit stop.
When was my birthday? It was on the 23rd. It was on Wednesday. Yeah, it was on Wednesday. 28, one step closer to 30.
Justin Allgaier, same thing for him. He liked the last adjustments, but they slowed him down. They tightened that race car up just a little bit and slowed it down too much. Jamie?
Daniel Hemrick in the 11 says he's a little bit better speed-wise on that last run. They talked about some major changes, but they decided they're going to stick with an air pressure adjustment only. As you see,
I might live long enough to see World War III.
Last time, see if they can get a little bit better. He wasn't able to make up much time as the second can of fuel goes in. A little bit slow
Brandon Jones wins the race off pit road. Allgaier second, Gregson third. Hemrick fourth, Josh Berry. God, that 8 team is on it. They got Josh Berry back in the top 5, but Brandon Jones is the leader. Custer drops all the way to 8th.
This time plus 2 for the 11.
Custer to 8th. Damn.
Yes, he did.
He lost 7
Down
spots.
to 8th. But he was the winner of stage 2.
Wow. Well, what do you say we talk to
Talk to another guy after a crappy pit stop.
Cole Custer? It is
Cold
you got
custard.
You got me?
Yeah, I got you there.
All right, man. You got a fast Mustang. We've seen that. We also seen cars not running right up next to the wall. And I know you're a wall rider. You want to get up there. You just lost some track position. Are you prepared to go up there and make some time?
No, with how fast our car is, I don't know if we have to, but, you know, if it comes to that even speed, I mean, I think that's where you got to go. It's just, I don't know if it's fully worked in this weekend yet, so see if the guys get a little bit more confidence and get up there and work it in for us.
That's what your job
Pokemon is very much akin to dogfighting.
Do your part.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to listen to that comment.
You guys are making me want to play Soul Silver here in a little while after we go to Little Caesars. I started playing my Soul Silver again last week. I think I told you this last week. I looked on my save file for Soul Silver. I hadn't played it since 2020. And I'd just gotten the second gym badge. But the reason I think I kind of got burnt out because Pokemon's a very grindy game, and I had just gotten through Leaf Green right up to the Elite Four and didn't finish that. But then I was like, I want to play Soul Silver. So I started playing that. And then I just got bored with it, I guess. But I still had everything saved on my computer. It's all been here, so. I need a PS2 emulator. If you can find me a good PS2 emulator that actually fucking works and that I can sync up with an Xbox controller, like map the buttons or whatever, it'd be really helpful. I want to play NASCAR Thunder in 1080 as opposed to the 480 I'm looking at. Yeah.
They're racing with the next gen cars on 03.
Ooh, I know what I'm going to look for when we go to Game Haven. I want to see if they got a copy of Spider-Man 2 for Xbox. I have it for PlayStation, but I would like to have it for Xbox as well. The more systems I have that game on, the better. It's a classic. I think I got depressed last year because I accidentally bumped my PS2. I barely touched it while it was on. It was playing NASCAR 2005. Scratched the goddamn disc.
Wow.
And you couldn't even tell anything was wrong with the disc, but I'd put it in and try to load up. It would load just fine. Then when you go to a racetrack to race, it would freeze every time. So I quickly jumped online and ordered another copy of NASCAR 2005. But I was sad because I'm like, dude, that's one less copy of NASCAR 2005 in the world. And it's been 18 years since that game came out. That's kind of sad. Like, I fucking fucked up and ruined one of the only copies left. I know there's plenty of people that still have copies. And now there's emulators. So it's there for pretty much, if it's on the internet, it's there forever. But physical copies, there can't be that many left. 2004 was a long time ago. And I fucking ruined a copy. I had to buy another one really quick. Somehow, Brandon Jones is the leader. Josh Berry, take advantage of your good pit crew, please. I'd be really stoked now if I ended up winning money off of this shit because they've run not great today. Not horrible, but not great. Yeah, they voluntarily shut down, which meant Nintendo's like, if you don't shut that... They probably saw the red dots on their chests and forehead and said, I guess we better close this website before the Nintendo snipers take us out.
This might not have met approval from the booth.
I like
You got the
pistachios.
top, though.
Look at Regan just hanging out down there.
No. I like pistachios.
Yeah. In the shell or out of the shell?
Did you guys see Twisted Toes' reactions to the Xfinity race last week when they cut away from the race to show that stupid graphic of all the Fox guys photoshopped on little kids' heads fishing? Oh my God, it was so funny.
eBay Motors. Brandon Jones winning the race off pit road. Takes the outside lane.
I like those Twisted Toe guys.
Back outside the top 5 here.
I would probably fit right in with them.
75 to go. Final stage at Fontana.
Brandon Jones, whoa, big stack up in the bottom line. Allgaier did not get going. And now the whole bottom line's checked up. Allgaier's back up to speed now, but he's dropped back to 5th place. Jones shoots out. This is Noah's chance to take control of the race. He was the second best car all day long. Custer got held up there on the restart. This is, goddamn, Custer just passed two. So much for getting held up. I thought Custer was further back, and he rocketed around Hemrick 3 wide on the outside, and now he's passing Noah. And look at Brandon Jones block him on the apron. God, Custer.
He was sandbagging. He had a lot more than we thought.
And if I'm Noah, I'm like, are you fucking serious right now?
I mean, he's going to lead this lap. Lead the lap.
Yeah, Custer just took the lead back within a lap. So much for that. Noah had like a quarter of a lap to get that lead and take off before Custer just rocketed by.
No, peace out. Well, yeah.
Later, nerds.
Yeah, I'm with you. They can talk about it after the race.
Let's go back to the restart because it got squirrely.
2, 4, 6. Yeah, he's fucking
There's
8th.
something here in the front row that goes a little sideways.
Bottom line opens wide up for Custer to get by. Catch onto that draft going into turn 1 on Hemrick in front of him, and then he passes Allgaier and Hemrick at the same time.
We said go where they're not. Guess the momentum on the 11 here. See ya.
He was aided by what happened on the restart. There's no doubt about that. But the bottom line, that car is really, really fast today.
If Nintendo wants to stop us from emulating their games, why don't they make those old games available digitally themselves? Because, once again, Game Boys are in short supply these days, as are the cartridges, because the cartridges don't work after a while, after a really long time. I have 2 copies of Crystal, but I'm pretty sure one of them doesn't work.
There's Allgaier. He's settled into 4th.
It's the fucking Cole Custer show.
That might be the slowest restart I've ever seen in my entire life. Long way to go. Just take it off. We'll be fine.
Well, it looked pretty fast for everybody but Allgaier. He said that's the slowest restart he ever saw in his life. It looked pretty fast for everybody else, especially Custer.
Their engines are stronger than others, and they may use that to their advantage. But when you bring it down really slow, it always stacks up the restart. And NASCAR tries to keep that in check. You're supposed to go the same speed as the pace car when the pace car drops.
I got a great idea for restart rules. When the flag man waves the green flag, how about everybody just fucking go? Right?
Obviously, it was a little slower that time for Justin Allgaier.
I like the rule when it was single file restarts. You know what you could do? You could pass to the outside. If you got to the outside of somebody before the start finish line, pass them. If you tried to pass to the bottom, it's a black flag. People used to say, oh, Ron Hornaday's the best, because in like truck races and shit, Hornaday would just shoot to the outside if the track was wide enough and just rocket around everybody. But now double file restarts are great, but it just really complicated the rules on restarts. I didn't bet on Custer because of the car I thought he was driving, or I would have picked Custer. I didn't know that 07 was suddenly going to be great. Allmendinger going to pit road. What's up? You can't make it from here either. That's bad. Yeah, Chris, I remember that.
The team, they checked. They said they felt good about the last pit stop. They felt like they got all 5 lugs tight. But A.J. Allmendinger was not.
Go to the cup. You only have to keep track of 1 lug nut there. But the trouble is, if you miss that 1 lug nut, that wheel ain't going to come loose. It's either going to come off or stay on. There's no in between. Loose wheels are not a thing of the past. They either come the fuck off or stay on.
Yeah, he's outside of the window of making it from here with 68 laps to go. Man, not just bad timing, right? You hope that it could have made it a few laps longer there, but
needs a quick caution.
Custer got about a 2-second lead on Gregson.
Your top 5 in Fontana.
God. First non-super speedway race stream of the year, and we're struggling here because Custer's just stomping their ass. I don't know who owns the 07. Fuck. I wish I did.
Bobby something.
I saw Custer on the entry list, and I saw him next to the 07. I said, okay, I won't pick him. Should have picked him. Hell, obviously the odds makers thought the same thing if they had him 20-1. Hemrick about doored Gibbs down the backstretch. Now Gibbs is chasing him to the bottom of the racetrack to side draft him.
SS Greenlight Racing.
SS Greenlight Racing owns the 07. With this, here we go again down the front stretch with Gibbs and Hemrick. That time Gibbs didn't pinch him to the outside wall like he did the first time. But he makes the pass. It's for 5th place. You're racing for 2nd today unless we get a bunch of cautions and a bunch of restarts. But even then, or Custer's pit crew just shits the bed on pit road that bad again.
Don't matter if they get a bad restart, he's gone. Not unless he's in the bottom.
Now's a good time to check my email, Ingalls. Get a brother one of them jobs, would you?
The NASCAR Xfinity Series
65 to go.
Fontana, California. Great to have you with us on FS1 with Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney. I'm Adam Alexander. Cole Custer took over this race.
Hemrick losing spots. He got passed by Gibbs, and now Trevor Bain's going by.
He's been really good ever since, and a nice comeback for Trevor Bain. He wins the opening stage, has that bad pit stop, falls outside the top 10. 18 putting some things together.
Yeah, and we saw him really not make any ground up in the second stage. He didn't really go anywhere, but it seems like they made some really good adjustments to that car. Seems to be coming back here and fighting Ty Gibbs and Daniel Hemrick for 5th and 6th.
And we also he didn't go very far in the second stage. He gained a few spots. He lost a bunch again at the end of the second stage with another poor pit stop.
Hemrick, you're going the wrong way.
You said he's got it tuned up. They're racing pretty hard back here.
Hemrick tried to block the 18 into Tommy Joe Martins.
I think everybody got a little nervous on that one. Jamie?
You guys were talking about the 18, the ground he has made up after that second slow pit stop. Jason Radcliffe, his crew chief, came on the radio and said, we got some good adjustments in there. That's the good news. And Trevor came on the radio and said, it's all right, guys. We need to get it together. We have one more solid stop to get here. You guys got to give it.
Trevor Bain's had 10 years to get it together himself, and he never did a good job of it.
This is a heck of a race going on between these 3 cars, and it's dragging Josh Berry.
Remember how Trevor Bain almost won the Brickyard 400 in 2017? If that caution didn't come out for Danica's stupid ass, Trevor Bain was totally going to win.
These guys, he can really start making some ground up. He just can't seem to clear. Just keep getting stuck in dirty air. And then the 11 crosses him over here.
Cross him again. Oh, he's just going to go right by him here.
Custer's pretty much got his biggest lead of the day now, 2 seconds.
Thanks for not passing me back, and he never passed him back.
Allgaier finally got in front of Brandon Jones, but I don't think that battle's over yet.
You see Trevor with the run. The split the 44.
And then the 54 is a big arc and goes right in front of Trevor's nose, took all the air off both of those. Trevor had a low arc and the 54 comes across.
Oh my gosh, car between them.
There's Jesse Awuji going pace car speed.
This is great stuff.
Spotters earning their money right now.
That's right.
Trying to pull the side draft off to get control. If you can get a car at your quarter panel, you have control of that outside car. And that's what Trevor was trying to do into the corner. He's got control of him there. I think he's going to clear him this time.
7 in the top 10 right now.
Oh, Bain loose. I thought Bain was going to spin there.
Oh, look at Josh Berry coming.
Don't forget about the 8.
Come on, Josh Berry.
That same thing happened with Noah Gregson.
Then Hemrick takes Berry's line away, God damn it.
You forget about the one up top.
Coming back, outside he's there. Outside there's only a gap of 1. You got to get in quick.
Ooh, yeah, you better get in quick.
That'd be the most
For that 8 car gets to your bumper, it didn't end well for the last guy. Now Barry clears Bain down the front stretch.
He keeps getting crossed over, and now he lost the spot, which is almost a penalty for.
Well, no matter what happens, I bet Trevor Bain's having fun. He's not driven anything this fast in years. Gibbs got really loose. I don't know if Hemrick touched him or got him loose. And we're going to cut to a replay. We've got 4 cars, 2 of them sideways, racing 3 wide, back and forth for a spot. And we're going to cut to a replay. Yeah, I saw that a lap ago when it happened, guys. I was kind of watching this battle. There we go. There it is.
Which is, he's pretty fast, but these guys are maybe a little bit faster than him, but they're all racing and pulling each other back, so he's able to maintain track position.
Back and forth we go. Hemrick, Gibbs, Josh Berry, Trevor Bain. Custer's almost got a 3-second lead on Noah now. And Noah's getting the long run. I thought he needed it. Hell, it's probably not enough. I don't know what's going to be enough.
It's fun watching, though, that's for sure. At this level, the most fun, really the only fun is winning. At least it is for me. This is a job. At this level, you don't do it for fun anymore. It is not a hobby. It is a job. There's too much on the line. There's too much, points, money, people. It affects people's livelihoods when you win a race. At that point, you're not doing it for fun anymore.
Hey, keep an eye on Allgaier here, or Allmendinger rather. 32nd, 1 lap down. But he's getting up.
This race better hurry up. Game Haven closes at 8. I was just checking because I was like, wait a minute.
He can somehow with the pressure tires unlap himself or be in that free pass position. It still could work out to get him a decent day.
And he's there right now. He's in the free pass spot right now. But that might change as Cole Custer starts lapping.
Oh, well, if we don't make it, we don't make it.
Obviously, it'd be great for him to drive up there and unlap himself.
I don't need to spend any more money anyway, except on food.
A handful of laps on his tires, so it's not like he can run long and hope to catch a caution. He'd have to pit pretty shortly after the lead group does.
I'm so glad Josh Berry came out in front of this entire group. Well, not now, as soon as I say that.
She has not as great as like what we saw earlier when Brandon Jones had the issue. 57 to go.
Don't want the Chili Peppers lawyer busting through my front door.
Too bad that didn't tear Todd Gibbs up more than it should have.
Yeah. Michael, we're both having a tough day. I've had a tough week. I'm trying to get hired at Ingles as soon as possible, but now I regret that I didn't just come home and say, you know what, give me 2 more weeks to recover from this bullshit. I'm pissed off.
Well, they're going to give you 2 more weeks anyway.
And from as slow as they're fucking going with the hiring. Dude, last time I worked at Ingles, it was like...
Just chill and wait.
Yeah, last time I worked at Ingles, it was like immediate. We'll start today? And I was like, no, how about tomorrow? So I expected yesterday when they called me in there, I was like, oh, they'll let me start this weekend. No. Oh, well. See about it on Monday. It's a problem for Monday. And I think I am going to ride the bike tonight. Might make my leg muscles feel better.
AJ with a big block on the 18.
Yeah, remember AJ had to pit early in this run, so he's kind of... AJ's on a fucked up pit sequence now.
Down to 2. You gonna rake it? What lap we gonna pick, crew chief Dale?
Figure we split the stage in half. I think the final stage is like 75 laps, and we're on like lap 26 of it now. Actually, the final stage is 80 laps. Somebody's spitting fluid or something all over that camera.
The onboard camera of Riley Herbst taking some punishment.
That one's done.
I think that's camera number 2
Yeah.
for y'all today.
It's not going good.
Pit with about 35 or 40 to go.
That's an onboard
Somewhere between 35 and 40 to go. You'll see pit stops.
behind the scenes. And what the last month
Probably sooner on the 40 to go side.
for the clash, back to Daytona for the 500 and everything that
Yeah, Noah's, there you go, the long run. I mentioned Noah has cut back into that lead now. It's not 3 seconds. It's down to about a second and a half.
Can't say thank you enough to the men working behind the scenes that make all this happen.
Absolutely. This is a tricky part of the season for everybody in the industry, whether it's from the TV side, the race team sides, traveling all the way out here. You got to get cars built way in advance to get them out here to the West Coast in time. These trucks aren't, they're pretty fast, but they're not, that fast. It takes a while to get out here.
Allmendinger continues in the free pass position. And Josh Berry, who he's racing with here, is 7th on track, 9 seconds behind the race leader. And I think we've reached the point now where
Josh Berry 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Okay, AJ passing Josh didn't slow him down as much as I thought.
Yeah, he needs to race as hard as he can right here to stay close enough to the leader to where he can lap the cars that the leader's lapping to try to keep him in that lucky dog spot, which he is right now. So he's going to keep doing that. But something I see here, all these cars are up next to the wall. They have migrated up there. It is go time, 51 laps to go. The speed is up there. As tires get older and they're slipping.
Ooh, Sheldon Creed. I thought he was going to take out AJ. He got really loose. Ooh, 98 had to check up. Might have brushed the wall a little to not run over Sheldon Creed.
Man, if you miss it by a little bit, it's pretty bad.
Noah Gregson is hanging around right now.
Yeah, Creed just bounced off the wall now.
2 seconds back.
Not much. They're already talking to Noah about how they're going to fix his car on the last pit stop. I don't see. You have to perform an exorcist on that car to catch Custer. So I don't know what you can do to the 9 car to make it better. It's pretty damn good. Hell, look at the gap between him and the rest of the field. He's 4 seconds ahead of Allgaier in 3rd, but almost 2 seconds behind Custer, the leader.
Whether it's the 4th lane in 1 and 2, and the 3rd or 4th, or the bottom still in 3 and 4, those guys aren't up at the fence.
Kaz Gralla flat right front. Made it to pit road. I don't think there'll be a caution. No caution.
And we're about 10 laps, less than 10 laps really, from the pit window opening to end the race. This is our longest green flag run of the day, so we could very likely get some green flag.
Custer got held up by lap cars there, and that killed his lead. It went from 1.8 down to 1.2, and Noah's got a draft on these 2 cars in front of him down the back. They're probably going to slow Noah up in the corner, but that was a good gain down the back. Now he shoots through the middle. Them lap cars is going to help Noah get to Custer. He cut that lead in half. Custer caught lap cars at the worst time.
He did not want to be and gave up a couple of times. So we'll see if Noah can keep chipping away. And I felt like he was pretty even with them when they were in clean track. It might come down to who picks the
Caution. We got Brandon Brown just spun on the backstretch.
And that's our 7th caution.
Pit. Yeah. Reset it, which means advantage Custer, unless Custer just has a horrible pit stop again and doesn't get lucky that the bottom lane checks up. Probably. Unless pit road goes really bad for him. Yeah, I'd pretty much plan on this being the last stop. Unless there's a caution about 15 or 20 laps after. Tires just as much as gas, honestly. Which is what you're seeing now that we've run like 30 laps here. And that's a pretty long run on tires at this track.
And you just never know. This place is so flat, it'll snap around on you before you know it. Good job keeping out of the wall.
Could be the wind too, right? As you come around the corner and you think everything's good, and then you get a gust of wind and not good.
And as you guys talked about earlier, the wind's been doing all kinds of different things. It's not been consistent. So I'm sure as a driver, you make an adjustment, and then
AJ get the free pass there, I think.
One of those spins, and we've seen it a handful times today.
You know, we have those two flags are right in front of our booth here, and now they're blowing pretty much at us. So from the back stretch right to the front stretch. Before they were blowing from turns 1 and 2 down to 3 and 4.
Well, damn, that 68 car is pretty well tore up.
Mountains around us, how much it can change that quickly.
And when you're right on the ragged edge of
Let's go to the garage. No, it's not that bad.
All it takes. Just a little bit, and next thing you know, you're swapped in pretty quick. So, the wind is unpredictable. I'm not good enough to see the wind. He'll get you.
His last name is not Earnhardt, and his first name is not Dale. He cannot see the air. That's why I'm so good on those super speedways in the video games, Dylan. My name is Dale, so I can see the air. That's like our special ability. I'm like Earnhardt. I can see the air.
Yeah, I feel like he still has a lot of laps on his tires, but I feel like you kind of have to do that, you know, and take a chance. Or you could try to put tires on and try to get the lucky dog spot, but then you're still down a set of tires. So I think the only play for him here is, just to wave around and hopefully you get a quick caution.
Pit road is open. Our leader, Cole Custer, has collectively lost.
Come out of pit road with 46 to go. Save gas under this yellow. You should be just about able to make it.
For Cole Custer on the racetrack, though, a very different story. That race car has been fast from start to finish. Right now, it just feels like he loses the rear tires too soon in the run. Wants help to make that car last longer. Justin Allgaier on the right side of your screen. Very good pit stops all day for this race team. The center is too tight for Justin. That means he can't get the front to turn and loses some of the rear grip.
Daniel Hemrick saying something very similar. He needs rear grip, and he said the front end was starting to go first. They're going to make an air pressure adjustment there. On the right side, the 9 and Noah Gragson, you heard the radio. He wants to run the top, but he said he needs better turn to do that. We're going to go back, and you see the tape put on.
Allgaier takes the lead. Brennan Jones second. Noah third. Josh Berry fourth. Custer drops to 7th again. Custer's getting his ass kicked on pit road. But Berry's in the top 5. Junior Motorsports has 3 cars in the top 5. Sam Mayer's 6th. As if this is going to be enough to hold off Custer. You can see the air when you're smoking pot, yeah. Willie Nelson's seen a lot of air in his day. Willie Nelson. My favorite singer is Willie Nelson. I tell you what. Remember when Bobby Hill hit Willie Nelson in the head with a golf ball? Oh my God, it's Willie Nelson. Whoa. Why do I keep seeing tweets on my timeline from this douchebag Denny Hamlin fan I don't even follow? Like, why? I sell propane and propane accessories.
Qualifying from Phoenix. It's starting now on
Oh my God! All these funny people in the infield.
And we'll have it all for you. 45 to go.
Look at that little kid on his scooter.
What has been a really fun day of racing, and
It's been fun for Cole Custer, not for many other people, except maybe Trevor Bayne.
Austin Hill, Daytona winner, into the wall.
I should have went to take a piss during this caution, but I didn't. And now it's too late. So I hope for another quick yellow so I can run and take a piss.
Since 2016. We have a spinner. That's the 54 Ty Gibbs, who's recovered to run in the top 10. Cole Custer, 2019 winner here, takes stage 2. And this is Brandon Brown.
Who?
Our 7th caution of the day. And it all sets up for a nice stretch run in
Pretty much.
California. We were talking about this during the break. It's been an entertaining day here. This race has been fun.
Really
Drivers love this racetrack. Don't fucking change it.
To something pretty exciting. You just got Cole Custer, who's obviously the fastest car on the racetrack, but he lost track position again on that pit stop. It only took him a lap last time to get all the way back to the lead. I think it might take him a little longer now, but we'll see.
Joey Logano needs to open his eyes.
The sun has
There you go.
out too. It's kind of been overcast here the better half of the day, so we'll see if the team's made the right adjustments for the end of this race.
I can tell you guys are younger than me. You do the on camera with no jacket. I wear mine because it's slimming, okay? That's why I wear the jacket.
Oh, you're so funny.
We know Cole Custer. Who else can go get him given the advantage here?
Well, I think the leader, Justin Allgaier, he showed to have a very fast car to 9 of Noah Gragson, also a very fast car. Those are the ones you've seen up there. But, yeah, Josh Berry's pretty quick. There's some other ones. Trevor Baynes had a fast car. If he can get
If
through
anybody
traffic,
could, it'd be
he's got a
Noah,
fast
but
car.
I just don't know.
There's some other competitive cars out there.
I don't know who to pick because Joey didn't know him.
He picked everybody but Sieg, which is what I said early in the race. I picked out that top 7. I was like, everybody but Sieg is going to be competitive. We're going to restart with 42 to go.
Here, he is hoping for a caution. He can put on those tires that he's got sitting in the pits and get himself right back in the game. What do you have for us, Jamie?
Well, I think Noah Gragson is certainly one to watch here. They got
The only time Adam Alexander was tolerable was on TNT when Wally Dallenbach and Kyle Petty were making fun of him.
He said we're right on our
So you got
number.
Junior
So if they make it to the end,
outside,
they're
and
good. But if we have
Cole
3
Custer
much,
on in.
there's questions.
And I think Noah Gragson, one of the 35 drivers that Joey mentioned when he talked about his favorites to win here. There's Luke Lambert on the pit box.
Hey, Joey didn't say Jesse Awuji was going to win. Is Joey Logano a white supremacist?
That's someone, we saw Brandon Jones, have his little trainings early, and like you said.
Why are the numbers so far back on the door?
That Menards car is coming to life. I think he might have a good shot.
I really don't even pay enough attention to that.
He may have a little bit more gas than the other one.
I just don't.
Mileage might be a little better.
I just care about the racing.
42 to go in Fontana.
Enough of this single lug bullshit.
Trash.
All right, let's see how long it takes Custer to get this fucking thing back this time. There he is, peeking out.
Keep an eye on Cole Custer.
Oh, no, he's in top line behind Barry.
His last time.
He's in the right lane. He's
Following them junior cars.
follow them. They're going to get a big pull down this backstretch. Big run coming off the top here for all 4 of those cars.
Last time, so those guys were able to stick in there.
Are we gonna have a junior top 4?
Dale Jr. 1, 2, 3 right now. Allgaier, Gregson, Josh Berry. Hurry up and haul last. There's Custer.
Freight train. You got the 7 of Allgaier, the 9 of Gregson, Josh Berry in the top 5, and the only one breaking up that freight train.
Watch Custer sweep to the bottom here and pass both of these cars. Oh, no, he stays up top. He follows the 8 car. He's got to take them one at a time. Stay in the draft of the 8 car. Get around Brennan Jones. Allgaier and Gregson side by side. That's only going to make it easier for Custer. They're side by side. It's Cole Custer versus Junior Motorsports. Noah's got the lead. He finally got it. And there's still a couple of cars between him and Custer. Josh Berry for second.
That was one of the cars that said was really fast. 1 out of 10 out of 10? Okay.
That's good to know. Did I overstate it when I said you gave
Allgaier's going to take it back.
Exaggerating, okay?
sarcasm?
And look at Barry cut up in front of the 07. Custer, and Custer's just going to go right to the bottom. You better clear him before you get to this corner, Custer, so you get back in that top line. He does. He clears Barry into one. Now Custer's third. He's got 40 laps to just sit here and pick Allgaier off and then get to Gregson.
These three cars on 1, 2, 3 have been the best all day, so I'll be curious to see how it pans out as we get laps on these tires.
Well, Blaney, if you're Noah Gregson right now, you're out front, you have a little bit of room. Are you going to save a little bit, or are you just trying to...
I don't think Noah knows how to save anything, Joey.
That's a very fast car.
I feel like you got to save a little bit. You know, you can't just go out. There's still 40 laps to go in this race. You know, you got to be smart about everything. You see the 07 trying to get by his teammate in the mirror, so it gives you a little bit more breathing room that he's not right behind you. So you got to take it easy on your tires a little bit because there's a long way to go in this race.
Here's another thought, though, along those lines, as Custer goes for second. That last run we had more than 20 laps. First time we had a green flag.
3 wide, Josh Berry. Watch Custer just fucking rip the bottom here.
And he goes all the way to the apron.
Ooh, yeah, he got loose between the transition from the track to the apron, and that's going to cost him. And Noah's driving away.
And you're second now.
And I'm second again. Right on time. We still had 38 laps to go, and now I'm in second. What do you know?
He went from potentially being second to fourth now, so now he's got to regroup.
Hey, Michael, look, I'm second again.
At the same time, Noah Gragson is starting to drive away from everybody.
Hey, let's give some love to the young guy, right?
Yeah.
Sam Mayer up there.
Good pit stops all day for the junior cars. Now they're running well enough to match. They got 4 of the top 5.
Mayer's having quite the day.
No, he is. I think he's a really good talent.
Sam Mayer should be sponsored by Hellman so they can call him Sam Mayonnaise. Sam Mayonnaise.
It's awesome to see him learn this track. This is a tough track, and for him to come out here today. And
37 to go.
As the race goes on, really shows the talent.
And it's really hard to be a young driver right now.
It's hard to be a young driver because there's no fucking rods.
20 minutes of practice at a track
And the charter system's not helping.
That's hard. That's really hard to overcome that. Now, the advantage they have is there's a lot of inexperience in this field, right? There's some with some experience, but a lot of them...
Till I see him on Noah's bumper, I can't get excited. Noah stretched it out on him there.
Hour and a half, 2 hours of practice where you got to really figure out where to go. Now the first half of the race,
he's just going to try to use Allgaier to get back to him, I guess.
3 of the top 8 never raced here, never been to this place before this weekend. So an attaboy to all those guys, including Mayer. Jamie?
And now they're running really high. Ooh. God, Custer had to get out of the gas again. Either that or spin Allgaier. I'm going to finish second again.
And what I like about him, he's invested in the program. His crew chief, Taylor Moyer.
It is unbelievable how often I do this.
And this week, Sam went to the farm, spent the day working.
Yeah.
Taylor told me I didn't let him get behind the wheel of a tractor, but we did put him on a four-wheel.
I make so many good picks that are like good value because they're not like really good odds. And they always show up and run in the top 5. And I'm like, see, I'm not stupid.
But every time I get on a four-wheeler, I know I'm not working. I'm just going fast. Tractor might have been better for him.
There's Brandon Jones and Ty Gibbs. The talent discrepancy between those two drivers is extremely one-sided, I can tell you that. Gibbs by a long shot. 34 to go. Noah's got a 2-second lead on, of course, my pick, Josh Berry. Custer still can't get by Allgaier. Man, I get on Twitter, and I'm tired of seeing tweets from people I don't follow. This is a really cute chick named Megan. Said, hello, I'm 21. I'm from Iowa. Love racing. Joey Logano is my dude. Well, you went from being an 8.5 to... She went from being an 8.5 to like a 4.
Doug, could you imagine sitting there watching a race with her?
Yeah, I can't imagine, like... hanging out with a Logano fan. I think Logano fans deservedly catch more shit than Busch fans, because Busch fans don't really catch shit anymore. They used to, but Logano fans, it's like, why? Who are you? They're still racing along. Listen, man, the Cup drivers in practice today were shook. It's been a long time since they've actually had to try to drive their race cars on these big tracks.
Two great racers that are just flat going at it with 32 remaining.
Yeah, you know, Custer's got to get going here. You know, I mean, Gregson's out 3.5 seconds over these guys, and oh gosh, if I know there's still 32 laps to go, but if Cole wants to run down to 9, he's going to.
Why don't the next gen cars have interliners on the tires? That would keep these cars from getting stuck every time they have a flat rear. Like, why did we get rid of interliner?
Up against the wall, but he has not gone up there yet. If there is a time to do it, now is the time. You got a car that you're not racing for points. That if you hit the wall with this composite body, not the end of the world. It's now. It's now. There's speed up there. We've seen at the end of the last run. You got to go. There's Josh Berry. He's doing it. He's up
Hitting 30 to go this time. 2.5 second lead for Noah. Berry is in second. Allgaier's a roadblock in front of Custer for third. Pit road cost Custer the race, I think. But we'll see if there's a caution and they have to come. Of course, if there's a caution, they got to pit again. Custer's really fucked because now he's fourth. He's not even the leader.
I'm just keeping a gap. You know, I mean, running nice, smooth and straight. Looking at lap cars, where am I going to catch them, what lane are they going to be in, and just keeping that gap of 2 to 2.5 seconds, just not wanting to lose anything, and that's the biggest thing I would be doing if I was a 9.
30 laps.
I don't know what those four in front of us are doing differently, but they're a good chunk faster than us.
That's always a tricky question to answer sometimes. I don't know. Where are they going fast? Everywhere. They're going faster in California.
When you're 18 and you come here, you have a lot of opportunities.
Oh, slow car down the back. Is this the caution I need? He's dropping a lot of debris. Custer to the inside of Allgaier again. Lifted a little later that time, but still lifted.
At this stage of the game here, I mean, that's really, really impressive.
No caution. No caution.
Definitely hanging strong in that thing.
And after finishing 30th last week when they had some problems at Daytona, you needed a bounce back, and they're in position for that.
We always knew Joey could drive, even when he was young. I wasn't aware of what a dipshit he was until around 2012-ish. And his dad's an even bigger punk than he is.
A lot less grip, and the high side gets a larger and larger advantage.
Jamie Little.
Just listening to Daniel Hemrick's radio in the 11, they just told him, hey man, it's time to turn that mirror off. It's all out front. Joey and Ryan, do you guys ever need
You can't turn your mirror off.
using your mirror and looking out the
That's not possible. You wouldn't put $1 on Custer for tomorrow? That's not a bad idea, Michael.
You know, I feel like, you know what's in your windshield and you know what's behind you. And if, Dan
He was
got just over a
the
second
fastest Stewart Haas car in Cup, but that's not saying much right now.
He's going down from a little ways back. So, yeah, it's time to focus on the front windshield and coming down to 20
Josh
seconds.
Berry's got that lead under 2 seconds again, not by much.
Play offense, and times you got to play defense.
Custer's fading, losing ground to Allgaier.
Obviously, he's got about a second behind Daniel Hemrick. Well, there's nothing to look at back there. So it's kind of a no-brainer.
Oh, we got a spinner down the back. Jay Buford, inside wall, caution's out. Yes! Time for Josh Berry's team to win the race off pit road.
AJ Allmendinger wins this race.
Do you pit here, right?
Yeah, you pit here, you fucking idiot.
The only guy of luck.
Brandon Jones doesn't have any tires left, so he has no choice. He has scuffs to put on. He has some tires from a run earlier that have less laps than this current set, I think.
About 20 laps. That's tough. Let's see what happens at 48 here off of turn 2.
He just came off of 2, and it went around on him. And damn, Sheldon Creed almost got him too. It's a Buford caution. Beautiful caution. Bufordable.
I'm happy for that caution.
Me too.
Tank slapper. Yeah, got the left sides on that seam, it looked like. And
another chance for Noah to do what he does best, give races away.
You see right there, he gets left sides right on that seam, and it just takes so much grip away from
After pit stops, I'll go pee, goddammit. I gotta pee like a motherfucker.
Brandon Brown, who brought out the last caution, gets the free pass here. Let's listen to the plan for the 54 Ty Gibbs.
We're just going to have to stay, unfortunately. It's not going to be good for us.
Ty Gibbs is out of tires. Brandon Jones out of tires. They're going to stay out, but they're going to get ran over, dude. This is worst case scenario for Custer because they've got bad pit stops. Now they're going to have to deal with a couple even slower cars. Well, Jones is pitting. Gibbs stayed out. Has no choice, but I guess Jones is going to come in and put some scuffs on. Come on, 8 team. Good pit stop. You've had great ones all day. Let's get it. This is everybody else's last set of tires as well. Ha, Noah missed his pit box, had to back up. Ha ha ha. There goes the race. Allgaier, Josh Berry second, Sam Mayer third. A Junior Motorsports 1, 2, 3, and the one I hate the most. Custer top 5 still, and Noah's not in the top 10. Oh, sorry, Noah. Better luck next week, you dipshit. I told you he'd choke. I just thought he'd do it during the race. I didn't think he'd do it on pit road, but yeah, that's on him. He missed the box. I'll be right back. I gotta pee. Noah Gregson's a bum.
Fucking bum.
Loser. Loser. You're a loser. Remember that episode?
You're a loser.
Sorry, I had to go relieve myself.
4 laps to go. On board with Austin Hill. Won last week at Daytona. Tough start today. Went 4 laps down, got 2 of them back, but has made up no ground in relation to the leader since then, and he now finds himself in the 31st position. We had a few guys stay out, including Ty Gibbs, who we knew would do that, or most likely, right, because they didn't have any tires. Anthony Alfredo does as well. And the first guy that will be on those fresh tires, Justin Allgaier, as we go to the choose, he takes the low lane.
Yeah.
Here's Allgaier radio.
Yeah, I want to be out of that lane with the guys on old tires. So Allgaier and Berry go to the bottom. Custer on the outside, 4 cars back. Ty Gibbs has literally a 0% chance of winning this race on those tires, Karen, and you know it. I'm sorry. He has a 0% chance of winning this.
Yeah, you know, I mean, a big part of
So
is obviously entering up close to it, but with speed. You know, and I think that's what Justin was talking about. They can enter up in the top lane, close to the wall, with way more speed than he can do it, and it still carries him all the way around the corner and down the straightaway. So I think that's what he was saying, what he saw with the 8, and watching the 8, he was doing that really well. So that's a really big thing, and his car probably wasn't handling to his liking to be able to do that as successfully as a couple of the other guys.
That's a solid point. The advantage of running the top is keeping momentum. If you have to slow down too much, you ruin the advantage. But this is going to be crazy here. You got Ty Gibbs on old tires, Anthony Alfredo on old tires, and you got everybody else with new tires. I wouldn't want to be in their spot.
Ty Gibbs and Alfredo on the outside. I wouldn't have picked that outside. I'd have went inside this restart.
For having the mistake early in the race.
The big thing you have to watch
This is the one restart where I'd say inside.
Custer in the outside lane behind the 54 and 23 on old stuff. You know, they kind of get.
Let's go Allgaier and Berry. Let's get this done. Especially you, Berry. Trevor Bain third on the inside. 22 to go. I think there's about to be a bunch of cautions. Gibbs didn't launch. Not that good. Allgaier shoots out. Look at Custer trying to go to the middle, and Mayer blocks him. Custer tried to shoot through and pass like 5 cars in the middle. Boy, Josh Berry shit the bed on that restart. Ooh. Damn, Ed Gregson is flying up through there. Allgaier out front, Bain, and then Berry. Noah's back in it. I'm surprised. The Red Sea's parted. Bust your ass, bust your ass. Damn, Trevor Bain. Trevor Bain, fuck off. You're ruining this. You're going to give it to Noah. Yeah, here comes Noah because Trevor Bain's going to fucking give it to him. Hey, why don't you block that 9 car a little harder? Woo, who the fuck was that? Was that Mayer back there that cut up in front of that pack?
Big help to winning the race for him. Now he's stuck on the bottom.
Oh, don't you take out my pick, Trevor Bain, you fuck. Custer around the outside of Bain, clears him. Allgaier and Gregson side by side. Stay side by side a little bit longer just so Josh Berry can get there. Damn, Noah's going to send it and clear Allgaier, I think. He's not on a horse. He's in a car. Loose. Loose and didn't even slow him down that much.
That thing's firing off really, really fast. I'll be curious to see if he can maintain that over the next 20 laps.
Oh, we got a smoker. Mike Snyder blowing up. They don't throw the yellow. Yes, Custer into second. Allgaier checks up. He's in the wall. Allgaier got loose in front of the 8 and checked up, and the 8 couldn't miss him, and he bounced off the wall. Custer's in the second. We had Mike Snyder blow up, and there's no yellow. I don't blame Barry for that. Allgaier checked up. We're back to Custer and Gregson.
Barry up to third. Custer is now second, only a half a second back of Gregson.
We got the race now. We got Gregson leading, Custer second.
I don't want to see another yellow. I mean, honestly, you could throw another yellow. I wouldn't care because nobody's can pit again. Custer's not going to have to get killed on pit road again, so fine. Oh, no, he didn't blow up. He just smacked the shit out of the wall and tore his shit up. Woo, Josh Berry. Oh. Okay, maybe that was more Barry's fault than I thought. It looked pretty bad from that angle. The other angle, I just thought Allgaier got loose and slowed down.
A little bit different. You know, before with Austin Hill, you know, Josh was kind of pushing down the front. And there, it just looked like Josh was being pretty aggressive on trying to take it.
Can't believe this, but I'm cheering for the Cup driver. Restarts at California are so fucking crazy. I never would have thought Custer or Gregson would get back in this. Look at Herb sliding in front of Sheldon Creed. Woohoo! Creed cut him a huge break there.
they're both in the top 10.
You look at the leaders here.
Here comes Custer.
Is not driving away this time. Custer, who has had the dominant car, has track position.
We need more Cup drivers in Xfinity, guys.
Won the pass. With 18 to go, this is going to be a great race to the end.
17 to go. Custer is there with Noah. Josh Berry's third. Jeffrey Earnhardt 12th. Good call, Michael.
There you go.
Yeah, deep breath.
Allgaier's mad at Josh Berry.
Kind of the bleeding stopped here. You know, he's fit.
I'm hoping Gregson and Custer kill each other and Berry pulls the Kyle Busch from 2013 and just goes by and wins. How about that? Custer to the inside of Noah Gregson.
All the way down to the grass.
Rip it. Don't lift.
Just get his quarter panel on the exit so we can see.
Not there yet. Tuck back in. Get that draft.
I think this race is going to turn into.
You're going to have to run through them or run that outside. Like, it's going to be really hard to make that pass on the bottom. You get a good run in the corner, you just lose all your speed off.
You know, the 9, he's just going to put it up top. You know, he's going to put it in the 4th lane. If he has to, maybe at the wall.
Look at that run. Look at that run through 2 for Custer. Look at that. Look at that. Here it is. To the bottom. He got his quarter panel this time. Oh, boy. Wreck each other. Wreck each other. Wreck each other. Please, come on. Actually, no. Wreck each other on the white flag lap. I don't want to see another restart. Good God, Custer cleared the 9 by a mile, but Noah's going to get a big run back. Oh, Noah got loose. He got loose. Didn't get the run back he needed. If he didn't get loose there, he would have shot to Custer's inside. 15 to go. Damn Cup drivers.
Reminder, if you tuned in for NHRA qualifying live from Phoenix, it's on FS2. We'll get you to the desert. When we are done here, 15 laps to go, NASCAR Xfinity Series. Cole Custer is the new leader. He just passed Noah Gregson, Josh Berry, Trevor Bayne, Justin Allgaier, your top 5.
I tell you, he's one of the fastest cars on the track is Josh Berry. Yes, he's moved up to the.
Well, it's a little too late for Josh Berry to be one of the fastest cars on the track. I'm glad they waited till now. Wish Custer and Noah would have killed each other, but Custer's just going to fucking drive off now. It's over without a yellow. Do I want to risk watching a dipshit win or get another caution and pray that Josh Berry can pull a miracle when these two wreck each other? I'm going to finish second again. He's catching Gregson. I'm going to finish second.
Squeezed up against the wall itself and creates a lot of side force and downforce, and that's where these drivers are able to find speed. The closer you get, the faster you get.
Fucking 38 cars, and I always pick the guy that finishes second.
No margin for error.
I really believe Josh Berry is a guy to watch when it comes to the championship.
Yeah, I thought so too. Obviously.
It's always hard to win at this level, but maybe what was most impressive about him.
Can Custer blow up and then Gregson blow a tire?
And we're seeing it here again today. His talent on full display over the balance of the year. Watch out for that 8, who's a late model graduate out of the Nashville, Tennessee area, and has really been something since he hooked up with Dale Jr.
He's a pretty smart racer. You don't see Josh Berry get in trouble very often, right? You don't see him wreck many cars. He seems like he's pretty in control. And that's going to get you a long ways throughout the regular season into the playoffs. Now, sometimes the playoffs force you to race a little bit harder and you feel comfortable, but for this part of the season, it's probably a good trait to have.
Great day for Trevor Bayne.
A really great day for Trevor. We said earlier we saw him up front. Early on in the race, had some trouble in the pits. But they got their pit stops together. They worked on their car a lot. And Trevor seems to be, he's running Berry down. He's putting great lap times down. It's great to see Trevor have a good run after so long away from the series. It's cool to see him jump in.
Just watching him log laps now. Yeah, talk about Jeffrey Earnhardt. He's 11th. Jeffrey Earnhardt's going for a top 10. We saw his one top 10. He was at Charlotte driving the 18 car, of course. Not a surprise, even he got a top 10 at Charlotte in the 18 car when I was there. What's Earnhardt doing driving a Toyota? Dale's rolling over in his grave. Boomers out there actually believe that. Well, thank God for Cole Custer is all I can say.
Couldn't even make a qualifying lap. To be in the top 15, knocking on the door of the top 10, that says a lot about him and where this race team can go.
Boy, laps here are so fucking long. The racing's so good, but then it gets strung out and these laps just crawl by.
Drivers out, that's very challenging for a race team. You can't get used to a driver, the way they communicate, that chemistry, what certain things mean when a driver says something, or even the crew chief, to the driver, both back and forth, the spotters, it just keeps changing, and it's hard to build on that. So having a solid run like you see here for that race team is pretty big.
Saw Brett Moffitt in 10th. Trying to get Our Motorsports their second top 10 of the year, and we
Caution with 10 to go.
turn 1.
You can't pit. You're out of tires. 91 car again.
There you see the issue for Mason Massey.
Mason Massey, same thing. Left front tire down.
It comes down to two things: the choose and the restart.
Let's go, Josh Berry.
Choose is big. You see the debris there, but how does your car?
And we have a caution. Tire carcass laying right in the middle of the turn 2.
Huge on how you think everything's going to refire. Sometimes
Well, if Josh Berry was one of the fastest cars on track, now's the time to show it.
off under caution, then trying to heat them back up again. You never really know what they're going to do. They can kind of be unpredictable. So we'll have to see if this changes.
This Little Caesar is going to be extra delicious if Josh Berry wins.
That's what's going to happen. Yeah.
And we'll figure this out. But the one guy that stayed out
Watch the race, you dumbasses. Quit throwing that football. Football season's over. I'm kidding.
on tires is Anthony Alfredo. If you remember, he stayed out with Ty Gibbs. We knew Gibbs didn't have tires. We're not sure on Alfredo. If they saved a set, and we've seen that happen here before, oh boy, could we be in for a show with inside of 10 to go.
He'd have a lot of cars to pass. That would be the only downfall. If he does have another set, I'm not sure he does, but if he does,
I remember one time on Twitter, Noah probably saw it, didn't respond, didn't block me either, but it was a tweet after Atlanta last year when he nearly hit Hemrick's crew guys on pit road. And I said, you need to find another profession to pay your fucking dad's lawyer's fees, you dumbass. And somebody said, that's uncalled for. And I said, what, it's my fault that Noah Gregson's dad's a murderer? Anybody who drunk drives and kills somebody's a fucking murderer.
Mills gets the free pass, so he'll get back on the lead lap, running 26th. We got to report the 54 of Ty Gibbs could come here.
We're getting that Batman calzone.
They restarted the last time around.
Oh my God, Davey Allison's here. Oh wait, that's just another random helicopter. Sorry, guys. Saw a helicopter on the landing pad in the racetrack and got triggered.
lucky dog, it looks like again.
Yeah.
26, Jeffrey Earnhardt.
Jeffrey Earnhardt.
Jeffrey Earnhardt going to pit. There's Allmendinger. Said Ty Gibbs will pit. He does. And there's Anthony Alfredo. He's also going to make a pit stop here.
Remember when I said Ty Gibbs had a 0% chance of winning and he faded into obscurity because of the bad tires?
Well, Adam, you alluded to the 54 car of Ty Gibbs on the right side of your screen. That is going to put 18 lap scuffs on that. That's the same cars they had sitting a little while ago that they didn't.
In Japan in like 98 when they raced over there, Dale Earnhardt stayed out late and Dale Jr.'s guys decided to pit. And Richard Childress or somebody for Dale's crew was like, hey, we got an extra set of tires and we ain't pitting again. Do y'all want them? And Junior was like, hell yeah. Junior's guys were like, hell yeah. So they put Dale Earnhardt's last set of tires on Dale Jr. and the race went green to the end. And Dale Jr. flew by his dad, and his dad like finished 12th or something and was pissed the fuck off.
For sure.
Well, everybody else pitted at lap 125. So they got
Yeah, how the fuck is Brown 15th?
14, 15 laps of
These composite bodies. Oh, shut up, Chris, with the Kobe. That's too soon. Davey Allison was in 1993. It's been 27 and a half years or whatever they said on South Park.
So he's got his work cut out for him.
They need to get one to go right now.
I love this gamble, though. Right? They had the opportunity to pit with everyone else last time and be on the same strategy. This is a
Josh Berry, let's go.
They went out there and said, we're going to take our lumps here and get.
So get this. They're talking about the 23 car had a set of tires left. Yeah, they chose to not pit last time and hope to get a caution this run. They got it. Might be too. It's probably too late, but still,
especially in the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
it's too late. But if they could have got that caution like 10 laps ago, ooh. Oh look, it's one of my favorite Xfinity finishes. Kyle Busch blows a tire leading the race on the last lap. Suarez passes him. Suarez runs out of gas. Kyle Busch takes the lead back, and then Austin Dillon passes him. Yeah.
You know, Kyle dominated that race.
I remember that.
Takes the white flag, cuts a tire. So Suarez goes up front. He runs out.
Custer and Josh Berry on that outside. Let's go. Let's go. We're going to restart with 6 to go.
It's better to be lucky than good. And now we analyze what these guys have done in regard.
I'd like to get excited.
Likely will be the final restart.
I like what Doug Grayson did here. He took the front row. Now it's a little different. You know, restart on old tires.
Alfredo's too far back, but if they got a shit ton of overtimes, maybe. Remember, these guys' fuel mileage is iffy if they go to overtimes. They're probably good now because of the caution laps and everything, but if they went to multiple overtimes, these guys would probably be fucked.
Is not going to win the race. I like the move though. It's a bit of a risk. He may come off the corner third to sixth. Who knows? He might not be able to be second, but he also has a shot.
Either way, I'm happy with the pick I made. At least he showed up.
Yeah, I like the chance that he takes. You know, I mean, you know you don't have the best car. You're not going to go past him in his lane. So take a chance.
And he's in that outside behind the leader. They're going to get that good launch. Custer's just going to launch into space, though, and drive away, I fear.
Anthony Alfredo restarts 24th.
Anthony Alfredo's 24th.
6 laps to go. It's about to get really good in Fontana, California.
6 to go. You're about to see why I love this racetrack and don't want it to change. Noah got a really good restart. But that top line's formed up. Bottom line ain't bad. That top line's just formed. Josh Berry has the rear tires of Custer jacked up off the ground. And Custer's going to send it in. He's going to slide her. He's going to slide it. He's not lifting either. Oh, Noah sideways. Couldn't pull off the slider. I thought he was going to pull up in front of Custer and take him out, but he didn't. And now he's got up in front of Berry. And look at how fucking fast Custer is. He just fucking launched. Oh, well, I'm not going to finish second now. Trevor Bain, slide. There you go, Trevor. Nah, Noah's going to sweep back to his inside. Custer's got the race won, regardless of what happens now. A couple of cars brushed the wall off of 4. 5 to go. 18 chasing the 9 down to the apron to try to stay with him. And Custer's out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Noah. Noah's going to get loose and lose it. Nope, he's going to clear the 18. Now the 18's the one getting a little loose. Oh. Caution. What for?
And he got up to 14th right there before that caution came out. So
Alfredo's up to 14th. Brett Moffitt's got a flat right front, and it's dropping shit everywhere. The cautions for that. Alfredo's like, come on, bitch. Just a few more of these restarts. Just a few more. He needs a handful more. Josh Berry bounced off the wall off of 4. Brandon Jones did, and then Moffitt must have because he cut a right front down and brought out the caution.
The 2 got the fence here.
Creed hit the wall.
Yeah, it's tricky when you're back and
everybody, 5 cars hit the wall that lap.
Your car is very unpredictable where it's going.
And then back here's Moffitt, who had one going down. He got hit going in the corner, put in the wall, finished it off. And we have a caution.
for turn 1, and the 2 really have nowhere to go.
I know Custer's kind of cucked this race, but it's still been a good race.
With that tire being down and how close everybody's running, if he didn't have some left tackle,
Yeah. There was times if that one caution didn't come out, Noah's going to win. If Custer's pit crew doesn't fuck up, he probably wins. Now he's back in the position to win. Josh Berry's sitting there hoping they wreck each other. Maybe he wins. Now it's just going to be Custer.
Well, this thing is far from over.
You know, we've seen how motorsports make such a great climb.
We can restart this thing with 2 to go without it being overtime, I think.
The story of the 07. Because as we know, Cole Custer drives in the Cup Series.
And Alfredo needs to get like 2 more restarts like the one he just had.
Is the 07 and the 08. They have formed an alliance.
Either way, it's a big win for Alfredo. He's going to get a top 10, and that's better than where they were running. He might get up to 5th or so, Alfredo. So it's a net gain, even if they don't win. That's just how much tires matter here.
6 years ago. They've always done it with less employees, less resources. But this alliance opens the door, especially with a guy like Cole Custer coming over and driving the race car. It's not easy, but they are taking advantage of their opportunity. And if they're able to get the payoff here, it would be so special for a blue-collar guy like Bobby Dotter, whose father...
Brandon Brown, top 10. Ryan Sieg, top 10. Not for long, though, because Alfredo's coming. He really is fast pasta today. And it looks like we are going to go to at least a 1-lap overtime. It'll be a 2-lap restart, 1 lap over the scheduled distance.
Second right now, and they've had a fast car all day Jamie.
A lot of conversation on that radio talking to his spotter, Tyler Mon. He said, what should I do? Should I line up on the front? I hate to give the front up. And they just said, I think you really need to line up behind him for a shot at this.
They're right. Put him on the outside behind him.
I don't know.
He had a really good restart last time on the bottom. He was an inch away from being able to slide job him and get in front of him from the bottom lane last restart.
So he'll have another shot.
But I'd probably line up behind him on the outside, try to jack him up, get underneath him, or get around him to the outside if I can. Like run a little higher than him.
I still think taking the bottom lane to line up on the front row with him is the way to try to win the race.
Yes. Joe Custer calls dad. And as you've noticed here on our pylon, we've put ourselves in a position with this caution late. We're going to go past the scheduled distance, so...
Which I find questionable because we've got 5 to go in the scheduled distance, but we're just riding around.
Overtime.
2-lap shootout.
This is going to be a good one.
Remember, if the leader takes the white flag, the next flag ends it, whether it's the caution or the checkers. But if we get the caution before the leader gets back to the white flag, we reset them and do it all again. And, you know, based on the finishes we had last weekend in Daytona, you got to pay attention to the rules because NASCAR.
Everybody's saving gas.
Many crazy scenarios from the Camping World Truck Series race to how things ended on Saturday for the Xfinity Series, and the Cup race was tight late as well.
So here we go. Who's going to choose what lane? See what the 9 does.
I don't think they're going to do the choose yet, are they?
Behind him, that'll give Trevor Bayne the front
No, they're not doing the choose yet. I'd say they're not choosing yet. Hell, I'm looking at the lap count. Of course, they're not choosing yet. So we should have been choosing then, and we should be restarting without an overtime. That's what you're saying. But overtime finish makes good clickbait material for the highlight video on YouTube after the race. So I guess we're just going to run these laps out under caution.
But at this point of the season, and Noah Gregson the way he is, I don't see him doing that. Like, that'd be out of character for him. I think you gotta go for it. You gotta try.
Yeah, go for it, man. Go for it. Shut up, Joey.
All it takes is one mistake in the top lane. They push too hard and get loose or something, and then you'd be just kicking yourself if you didn't take that chance.
You know what? Fuck it. Take the front row. It almost worked last time. Noah, take the front row. If you want to win the race, take the front row. You can win from either spot, but try the front row again. It almost worked last time. Josh Berry's not going to be able to do anything here. So I have no dog in the fight, really, unless the gates of heaven open up, like they almost did for me last week in the 500.
So Cole's going to switch it up. Noah has to guess where he's going to switch it up.
We're really just going to ride around under caution just so we can reach an overtime. We should be getting the 1 to go here and restart in regulation.
There's all these different scenarios that is going through Cole's head right now of where he wants to go in that box.
Before you guys go ahead.
A lot of the restart here depends on what goes on behind the 2 lead cars. That push that they're able to get, which the top lane's done really good at getting a push to the leader. The bottom lane has been a little bit more separated, which is kind of hurting the bottom lane by the time they get to turn 1. Here's the moment. There it is.
There's the choose. Custer, Gregson outside. Bain. Oh, Barry, you should have went to the inside. God damn it.
That was close.
Josh Berry should have went to the inside. He would have got up to like the second row. God damn it.
Alfredo inside row 5.
I think that's good for him. Now the problem with going to the bottom, right?
Because he's going to have that grip and just tear around the bottom while they're all fighting for because the high side's where you want to be. They're going to be fighting for the high side, but he's got better tires. He's going to be faster. If they can just get a caution coming out of 4 before the white flag, I think Alfredo will have a chance to win on another restart. I really do. He needs 1 more. He needs this one and 1 more. Yeah. If Alfredo gets this restart and 1 more, he's going to win.
He's spun earlier.
Great comeback.
Yeah, got the free pass.
Good comeback.
Restart in the top 10. A lot of great stories up there. Handful of guys never been here before this weekend that have shown out quite well in their first venture to this 2-mile oval in Southern California. If you've enjoyed today, come back tomorrow because it'll be great as well. Cup Series on Fox.
Tomorrow sure is going to be interesting.
I'm excited to race tomorrow. I'm really excited for the end of this race, too.
One thing at a time.
One thing at a time.
It's overtime, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Outside lane, Cole Custer. Inside, Trevor Bain.
Here we go.
Eye on the 9.
Custer, Bain, Hemrick, Gregson.
Here we go.
Stack him up, Custer. That's what he's doing. You see that Joss on the outside? Oh, Noah didn't let him. Noah got up his ass and shoved him. You see Alfredo back there? Look at Alfredo! Look at Alfredo! He's not going to get, he's still not going to have enough time without another yellow, but still. And he's going to get it! Caution! 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 And fucking Alfredo's going to be in the top 5. Anthony Alfredo's going to win. Alfredo is going to win this race. He went from fucking 13th to 6th. Woo! Anthony Alfredo's going to win, dude. I'm telling you. Custer's still the leader.
Come on, man. Can we just finish this thing?
Brandon Jones was 5th.
Woo-hoo. I don't know if that needed to be a caution, but I'm sure glad it is. And he's got the best fuel mileage. He ain't worried about fucking overtimes. He's got the tires. He's got the mileage.
Either way, he's going to gain some spots. Choose, but probably also from that start there.
There's going to be like second inside.
Should have bet on Alfredo. Imagine if you'd have bet on Alfredo. You'd be shitting yourself right now. Let me see if I don't think this should have been a caution.
I think that's a good.
He was dead sideways, but he got it going.
Oh, the 11 got loose under.
Alfredo's going to be top 5.
He saved it. That didn't need to be a yellow. But I'm so glad it is. There you go, the gates of heaven. What did I say?
Joey's been waiting to say doink.
I got it.
It took overtime for you to get there.
This race is awesome. And I'm like 85% sure that Anthony Alfredo is about to win it.
He's had a long day.
Should be a quickie yellow here, though, because it was single car spin, didn't hit anything. I guess they thought he might rip the splitter in the grass or get stuck in the grass, and they threw the caution. This is a new track record for cautions in the Xfinity Series at Fontana.
Oh, there was a spin out behind.
Oh, there was one behind him, Austin Hill. Okay, so good call. This race has been a pleasure to watch, and it's about to get better.
Hey, let's give a nod to our motorsports because Chris
Alfredo's going to win this shit.
and Massachusetts.
If you don't,
And he's brought his daughter
Keep them tires warm, Alfredo.
to be a part of the ownership group. And they started out with 2 teams. And Brett Moffitt
Alfredo was 35-1.
Daytona finished second. In fact, they were in the game a lot of places.
Quick, change your bet. No. I bet them fucking odds, if they were doing them live right now, just shot the fuck up to like 6-1. Look at that clusterfuck for position. 8 wide under caution. I love it.
Southern California today. Here's Trevor Bain radio, second right now.
Alfredo needs to pick the bottom and watch them all wash up the track in front of him again. Alfredo, pick the inside. Pick the inside, Alfredo.
The last race here from Nate Carson, I won, so don't be perfect, man.
That's good prep work. right
Inside, Alfredo. Gonna win the race.
there. These restarts and knowing the trends of other drivers.
Hell, we had a car get stalled.
Prepare for a race or for games. They go through and look at their competitors and try to find their weaknesses or their tendencies.
Caw, caw.
What Justin Allgaier may do. will
Come
help
with
you make a better
me,
decision.
lesbian seagull.
Hope he's flying like a bird.
Settle down and nest with me.
24 hours from now, NASCAR's top show.
Open wide, Joey.
Where's Blaney? He's still not in it. You guys didn't fix it yet.
They should like crudely Photoshop Blaney's head over Bubba.
I have Blaney up Danny in.
Race day on FS1,
Really,
2 o'clock
Joey.
Eastern time over to Fox
Your buddies
3.
are on there too.
Alfredo's gonna win it,
Reflection on his
and this will go down in history as the greatest day ever. Hey, a few more overtimes in this race will be the same laps as the Cup race. Cup race is 200 laps. We're at 157 now.
Now all of a sudden your driver is in position to win this race. What made the call for that? Tell me about the guts for that.
Well, I mean, we kind of struggled
Oh,
a bit
he's
today
a
with the
cow
good white
boost.
Chevrolet Camaro, so we
Pat
we tried to
Rawson.
win the race doing that same thing everybody else does. So we tried something a little different, and it doesn't always go your way. We needed that caution. We got it about the right time with enough.
Those fresh tires are just like Parmesan cheese sprinkled on top of your pasta.
These last 2 restarts, if we-
Your
if
fast
another one
pasta.
Like that, who knows? We'll see. But great day for our motorsports, and Anthony hopefully can finish it off.
All Awesome call. Good luck.
Let's go get it, Alfredo.
Either way, hell, look at it.
This dude was a fucking joke in the Cup Series last year, by the way. But I'd be so happy to see him win this. Boomers will be like, well, at least somebody in a 23 car can win a race.
Absolutely.
That's a real man in that 23 car. That's the real 23.
Better, right? You got to restart, get a few spots, get another restart, get a few more spots. Like they needed a few more cautions.
What tires did Brandon Jones have left to put on? He spun out like 3 times. The fucking 6 car's not moving.
And I mean, he's living up to his nickname. Old Miss Pasta. You know he's from Connecticut. A lot of good people from there.
Just slid that right.
Joe Logano's a goddamn liar.
His first ever Xfinity start was here in this race a couple of years ago when he was driving part-time for Richard Childress Racing. In fact, it was funny because, Joey, you and I were doing that race.
Yeah, well, who's the name of the owner of the 23?
And Chad
I knew, but then I stopped paying attention to them last year when they weren't running well.
That's the guy that was working part-time and came to my house and set up my iRacing rig. Do you remember this?
I remember that.
This great discovery. And he's come a long way and an easy guy to root for. And we could say that about so many that are up there, but it'd be special to see him pull this thing off. More from Trevor Bain's radio.
Boys, feels good to be back around the load, I'll tell you that much. Got an awesome job today. It's been a lot of fun.
Well, it's nice that Trevor's having.
I load so much Parmesan cheese on my spaghetti, it's not even funny.
Like he did, and not be behind the wheel of a race car.
Choose rule.
I can see Alfredo being
Alfredo to the bottom, 2nd row on the inside. He's got him. Got him right where he wants him. Josh Berrier down there with him. Alfredo's going to sweep that. The only way Alfredo does not win is if Trevor Bayne takes him to the grass. If Trevor Bayne takes him to the grass, that's the only way Alfredo doesn't fucking win.
and he has the grip to go to the bottom, and that's going to be all the air the 23 could ever.
Alfredo brought out a caution like every week last year in Cup.
Definitely still, I think, in the catbird seat. He's still in a good spot. He's got the fastest car. He's in the preferred lane. He's still looking pretty good.
Custer's like, just get me to the white and then start wrecking behind me, and we get a caution. Don't forget that fuel mileage could come into play with another overtime.
Opened up early this morning Pacific time.
Couple more, and they're going to be worried.
At 9 o'clock local, and now double overtime as we go.
Yeah, because these been some
past 5 o'clock.
cautions.
8
Yeah.
o'clock in the east.
And yeah, you're saving, but eventually it's just going to catch up to you.
I don't see you going to sleep that early.
I was being dramatic.
I'm glad Barry picked the bottom. I just know Barry's no match for Alfredo's tires, so we're doomed. He doesn't have the speed of Custer, and he doesn't have the tires that Alfredo has. What a gamble.
Cole Custer is dominated, leading.
What a gamble, and it's probably about to pay off. I hope it pays off.
Double overtime.
2nd overtime. Most cautions in an Xfinity race at California. Wait till the start-finish line. Wait. Go to the bottom. 18 didn't get a good start. That's probably fucked Alfredo. Come on, Alfredo. What are you doing? He looks slow.
It's Trevor's shot here to try to make something happen.
Come on, Alfredo. You're going to have one good lap. He's going to be pinned on that fucking bottom. Come on, what happened to that tires on that 23? Can we get a do-over? Somebody wreck before they get to the white flag. Damn, Custer's car is so fast. Go to the bottom with him, Noah. Push him past the 18. Push him past the 18. Ah, Custer's got it. White flag. No, caution came out before the white. Oh, man, somebody hit the barrels on pit road. Is that Brandon Jones again? It is.
Who was it there?
Brandon Jones. Another one.
I can't imagine that the leader, Cole Custer, had taken the white
Nope.
prior to the caution.
And after last week, I believe, God, Sheldon Creed's tore up. Well, guess what's going to happen now? Like a 20-minute red flag, because they got to fix them barrels at the end of pit road.
Stephen Parsons. One reminder, this is a double header. These cars partnered with what they'll run next Saturday in Las Vegas. And we're starting to see these vehicles get banged up in the latter.
That might be a red flag situation.
Carryover impact. Look at those barrels. Sand is everywhere.
I hate sand. It's coarse, it's rough, and it gets everywhere.
Adam, yeah, I mean, all you guys are going to have to go to backup cars. You know,
So is it officially not over?
It's not over.
How they run in Vegas.
Because look, they've added more laps.
Okay. Those sand barriers there. Thank God they put those there. That's a pretty.
Yeah, if you didn't put those barrels there, your car would get cut in half.
It absorbed a lot of the impact. Obviously, they've had a lot of cleanup going on right here.
Second week in a row.
They have backup barrels on standby that should be able to lift them and carry them over there. How did this happen? Stephen Parsons moved up, squeezed Sheldon Creed on the outside. That's on Parsons. That's his fault. Stupid move by Parsons. And then Brandon Jones has no grip because he's on like 80 lap old tires. No fucking grip on that 19. And if there's a spot on the racetrack that's the worst to hit, that's where the race car is going to find it. Thank God he hit it with the back end. He hit it with the back end. Thank God for that. Woo! Sahara Desert. Alfredo's going to get another shot, not get held up on the bottom by Trevor Bayne, hopefully. They've added even more laps.
Caution of the day.
Look at the sand.
I like how it's like, who is that? We're waiting for like the dust to settle. It's like, I think it's Brandon Jones. It is.
I thought the beach was a few miles up the road.
Yeah,
It's right here at the racetrack.
Fucking Luigi carrying the trash bin.
Now, the other thing to think about here, too, Ricky Stenhouse just texted me. He has a solid point here that a lot of drivers may have short fuel in the car, and they might be out of gas.
That's what I've been saying.
Another thing to keep an eye on is the drama.
I know one car that don't have to worry about that. It's Alfredo. Motherfuck. I want to go to fucking Little Caesars, man. Shit. As entertaining as this is, it's one of the craziest races I've seen in a while. Make sure Little Caesars don't close early. Little Caesars. They're open till 10. Okay, so we should be good. I'm going to order ahead, but I'm not going to hit place order till I know the race is probably about to end.
There's only 2 laps to go.
I want to put our order for... Are they going to red flag this bitch or what? Fucking 8:45. The Batman calzone. Get some fucking crazy bread up in this bitch. Hold on a minute. Trying to order food here, guys. Give me a minute. Making sure I got the address right for the one we're going to. I hate to order one in like Shelby and be like, shit, I'm out of money. Okay. That appears to be the right one. God damn it. Guest checkout. I'm not making a fucking account. No thanks. I don't want any fucking brownies. I'm sugar free. Quit trying to.
And we'll get at least 3 overtime restarts. This is what happened coming to the white in our second. We have confirmed that Cole Custer didn't get back to the white flag before the caution came out, ensuring another overtime. Brandon Jones, hard impact, but if you didn't see it, window net came down.
Having us pick it up through the drive-through.
Good news there, and now a lengthy cleanup. They'll have to replace all those barrels and.
I'll have to change that fucking pickup time again.
Let's get down to Jamie Little.
Standard Jason Ratcliffe, the crew chief for Trevor Bayne. What a day it's been for you guys. Kind of up and down, but he has maintained that front row spot for another restart. Do you feel like he has it in him to get one more good one here to stop Cole Custer?
Well, they keep giving him a shot at it. Eventually he's going to get it, so...
Estimated pickup time, 9 o'clock.
It doesn't look like a guy that's been sitting.
It was 8:45. I'm adding a few minutes.
No, he's done a really nice job. The car's been good. We've been up and down. You know, we started the race really good.
We have any fucking Little Caesars coupon? Hold on. I'll be right back.
Tight, but pit crew had a really great stop on the last one. Got us some track position. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. Every time I think, man, we don't need another restart, I almost want one because he just keeps getting closer and closer. Right now, I'm concerned about the 23 car. He's got the best tires, and he's made his way up through there pretty quick. So we'll see what happens here. It's been fun, though.
All right, Joe Gibbs Racing trying to get their 11th win here at California Speedway.
And it would be number 5 for Jason Ratcliffe here, who's won 54 times in his career with 5 different drivers. That's pretty good in the Xfinity Series.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is pretty good. It's a lot of wins.
See Anthony Alfredo there.
Let's talk to Anthony Alfredo. Fast Pasta. It's Joey Logano up here in the Fox booth. You got us?
I do. My fellow Connecticut native.
I already brought that up here. We're rooting for you back up north. But, hey, you have kept this very entertaining so far. What a great gamble you guys made by staying out, taking your lumps early, and then having the opportunity to be the only car on tires, starting 25th, and clawing all the way up to third.
Look who's here.
Winning. What is going through your mind? What do you think about this next restart? What do you got to do?
I'm thinking about Joey, trying to figure out how I can win this race. As you mentioned, had a long day so far. I've been driving my butt off. I'm going to need a dude wipe after this to clean up, wipe the sweat off. But
he's back.
Faith in God, he put us in a good position, and have faith in my crew chief, Pat Trayson. It was a great call to say.
I didn't think this Xfinity race would be 3.5 fucking hours long. This has certainly been a long day.
Absolutely, man. Well, you're in a great spot. Good luck. We're going to let you focus in and make something happen on this restart for us.
Trying to order ahead and get a head start, but then somebody had to crash for the 3rd time today and hit the fucking barrels.
Okay.
When this caution came out, we saw the 2 of Sheldon Creed running the wall, contact with the 99 of Stephen Parsons. I hate to say it, but in the off-season, Sheldon got married to Cammie Parsons, who is Stephen's twin sister.
Oh, there goes Thanksgiving.
And Brandon Jones is out of the care center.
Something like this should not take this long.
Brandon Jones checked and released from the care center. Obviously, you are okay. Tell me what's going through your mind. Up and down day, first off. Tell me what's going through your mind as you get sideways and you see those barriers coming over.
Yeah, I think that was probably the worst part about all this is, once you start spinning, you're looking to the right, trying to see what's coming up. And I got halfway caught in the grass and halfway on the pavement, and the rear tires were in the grass, so I could not get anything to grip up for me to get out of that grass. And I saw it coming, but never hit the sand before. It took a ton of impact there, and really actually didn't really feel much of anything hitting that. So surprising job by those guys. Yeah, up and down day, man. I feel like I ran a truthfully a sloppy race today, so I need to go back to the drawing board here and get back going.
Been a sloppy career for Brandon Jones.
Other times we struggle with it today, so pick our feet up. We got some good stuff coming up here. We love this West Coast swing. Got some really good tracks in it.
Glad you're okay, Brandon. Thanks for talking to us.
You think about a couple years ago, Brandon has the best year of his career and has multiple wins and does it at all these different places, including, had a duel with Kyle Busch at Phoenix and was able to win that race. Last year, they go winless. And I think about, all he has meant to the Xfinity Series 7 years now, 5 at Gibbs. He and Jeff Mindering.
Just waiting for this red flag to be lifted.
2022, they would have liked, but as he pointed out, going to some tracks where they've gotten it done, including in a couple of weeks' time when we go out.
I had other shit I wanted to do today. I wanted to go to Game Haven. I want to go get something to fucking eat.
For a handful of tracks after you have a bad day, so that's something that is good for Brandon Jones to look forward to in that whole group.
Well, I guess I'm just going to keep talking to people while we sit here at the red flag. I'm going to dial up old Trevor Bayne. Trevor Bayne, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, Adam Alexander up here in the Fox booth. You got us?
Man, they got the A-team up there tonight.
You know it. Hey, you're doing an amazing job coming off the old couch, making coffee to driving race cars. How's it feel out there? Almost got a win out in front of you here.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man. View's nice. Let's got to get one more out of the way here. Got a lot of fluid down here in turn 1 and 2. It's going to make the twos a little more complicated for me. I like that bottom, but man, I can't do that with the fluid. So we'll see what happens. Fun to be back in a race car. Fun to be battling for a win, and wouldn't be here without Devotion Nutrition. Let me do it. So maybe on the couch again next week, but it's fun times this week.
Yeah, man, we'll enjoy it. Absolutely, it's been fun. Good info for us. We didn't know anything about the fluid down there in turn 1, so that definitely just adds something to it.
Be a Fox teammate, bro. Got you.
So that's interesting. He said he ain't gonna go to the bottom, I don't think. So if I'm Anthony Alfredo, I'm taking the front row.
I'm taking the fluid. I'm taking whatever's down there.
Yeah, you gave us some information there, Trevor.
Yeah, I think
You guys got anything to talk about? Because I don't.
It is interesting, though. When
Neither does
you
the
look at a
Fox
guy
booth.
like Trevor Bayne,
I'm so
and
annoyed
what
by how
he's
long
had
this
to
is taking.
overcome, not just in his career, but in life, right? And this isn't easy to do. This isn't like it is show up and get it done. And he's been right there on the verge today of just show up and get it done. Regan?
Yeah, Alfredo's tire advantage is probably ain't going to be that much now. Cold tires. He's had a few he's had a few cycles on him anyway.
And maybe just not enough time for the guys to see it.
Yeah, no, I wasn't great on the short run anyhow, and I had a huge run here, and yeah, brother-in-law decided to come up, so what do? I just shouldn't have been back there, just really struggled on the short run all day. 10, 15, 20 laps it would take to get going, and then once it got going, it was really fast, but then you're in traffic, so.
All these extra laps are great for Allmendinger and Alfredo. Nobody else, though, and certainly not for us.
That's the unfortunate thing.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with my Carmen stolen shit. I forgot that even happened, Chris.
Make that harder on our guys, but all part of it. We're learning, and we have speed, so just need to get a little short run speed out of our stuff, and I think we'll be strong.
Adam, much like you've been saying, these guys all thinking ahead towards next week.
3.5-hour Xfinity race.
Yeah, you didn't want it to happen. Now it becomes
Here.
a reality, and we'll have a lot to sort through when we get to Vegas next Saturday on who's where.
I'm glad they're moving with urgency down there.
The three of us are in the booth next Saturday together. We're going to have some really good cars coming from the back, you know?
Oh, yeah. That's right. Oh, yeah.
Good day to speak.
Oh, Jesus. Custer Bayne, Alfredo Gregson, Allgaier, and be here for another fucking hour. Hey, Dylan, I got a great idea.
What?
If you would be up to doing it. I give you my card and you go to Little Caesars and get this shit real quick. I don't know why I didn't think of this minutes ago, but I didn't know how long the delay was going to be. You'll be back before it starts.
Probably. Just the Batman pizza.
Batman, pepperoni, calzone, and order crazy bread.
Sweet.
So.
Be back.
I'll feed you. Dylan's going to make the run to Little Caesars. I'm tired of fucking waiting. I'm stretching my legs for a minute. What's going on, Morgan Shepherd? I have no idea. So is Euphoria really as good as everybody says it is? Because I might start watching it. Even though it's fucking teeny bopper drama. Hey, my legs feel mostly back to normal today after trying to cripple me for the last few days. It's kind of nice. Hope Dylan's not out there buying hookers on my card I just gave him. And we're back. Still under red.
It's a Fontana ride. It's been a long afternoon here in Southern California. With Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, I'm Adam Alexander. Coming to the white flag, overtime number 2. We get our 12th caution when Brandon Jones hits the barrels entering pit road. There you saw what's left of the barrels. Cleanup crew doing an unbelievable job of picking up the pieces. And when we get it all ironed out, our race leader is going to be Cole Custer. Let's dial Cole up.
Hey, Cole Custer, did you think you signed up for 4 hours of work when you got in an Xfinity car?
Well, but that thing looks really fast all day. Looks like you could be leading laps with a controller and a joystick. That thing's been hooked up. So what do you think you're going to do on this next restart? You've had to hold off the crowd multiple restarts before this, and it's been close, but what are you thinking here?
Well, yeah, I mean, like you said, this production line through Mustang's been a rocket ship all day.
Overtime rules are great, except in situations like these.
Get yourself a good run going down into turn 1, and then hopefully clear them off turn 2. But it's kind of anybody's game here.
24 hours at Fontana.
Yeah, definitely understandable. Well, done a great job all day. Good luck in that Mustang here, the last restart. Hopefully last restart.
Oh, yeah, Morgan Shepherd does have part. That's what's up with him. I forgot about that. Been in my own world lately.
Custer won this race in 2019. Comes back as a Cup regular and running on a Saturday. And, I think about all the changes to this racetrack. I hadn't been here in a couple of years. They had
It's about to be a night race.
Turns 3 and 4. Did the grinding over on the back straightaway. You guys got 15 minutes of practice today. He's getting all this additional track time. What does all of this do for Cole tomorrow in the big show for him?
Well, I think something we learned today is that the next-gen car drives nothing like the old car, which means it's even further.
Which means that's a good thing. The further we get from the Gen 6 car, the better.
So I believe laps and
the Gen 6 car nearly single-handedly destroyed NASCAR. That will be its fucking legacy. And you can't tell me otherwise.
I'm telling myself to make myself feel like he's not getting an advantage here tonight, but definitely lots of changes, like you said.
Yeah, and it is a lot of changes, and a handful of years ago you could compare the Xfinity cars and the Cup cars.
Times like this, I'm like, why do I stream?
But I think
sign myself up for all this pain.
The cars,
this finish better be worth it. I like that Truck Series finish last week.
How many laps I got on my tires? When do I move up? How's splitting lanes? How's the bottom? So kind of the track stuff you can kind of feel, I feel like. But as far as comparing vehicle to vehicle, it's not much. But any seat time helps. It doesn't matter what's in it, really.
Well,
it's souvenirs for them, too.
Yeah, we saw the rollback turn into a dump truck there a few minutes ago. But another thing that's
oh my God, people will just loot and steal anything that's free. Hey, I want a piece of this fucking trash barrel that held sand in it. I want that as my souvenir from the racetrack.
What's that going to do to drivers' cars? And the other thing I question too is
people are out of their fucking minds.
We talk about Anthony Alfredo with the new tires. Well, now, even though everyone's on old tires, they're going to have cold old tires, and he's going to have some laps on it. So some of his advantage is probably getting washed away a little bit during this red flag. I think he still has a tire advantage, but I don't know if it's as big as it was before.
Yeah.
What's the mental process of a red flag? Because you get in a rhythm, and you're doing your thing, right? And now a run of cautions and a red flag. You have to, I'm sure, go through a mental reset if you're a driver.
Yeah, red flags stink. I don't think...
Red flags suck for everyone. You're drivers and viewers alike. I hate this.
Now you're just sitting there. You're sitting there going through different scenarios of, what are you going to do? What might work out the best for you?
Let him show on Riley Herbst like he has a chance.
You've already made up your mind of, what you're thinking of what you're going to do, so it's bored. You want to get back racing, so it's kind of hard to just jump in between those zones, and everyone hates waiting around and trying to finally finish these races and trying to win the race. So red flags.
What was a better sand barrel crash? Watkins play in 2008 or this bullshit just now?
Oh my goodness, what are you doing under the red flag? Please tell me no.
Do it, Adam, I got to tell you, I just heard Ryan talking about how he hates red flags. I do too. I saw the bush light zone over here.
Guess what? I got to pee again because it's been such a long red flag. I'll be right back.
Hold on, I'll be right there. Give me 2 seconds.
Hold on. Actually, I hope we get stuck in there.
It's better than running down the front stretch.
There he is.
Coming in hot. His mic's broken.
Stuck the landing.
When we come to Fontana, California, Regan Smith, his athletic ability on full
Look at that
display.
debris on his back. He's got dust on him. He's got everything.
That's the sand. That's the sand from the wreck.
We have another red flag. There it is.
Regan, you're a trooper.
Incredible.
What a guy.
Here we go.
Here we go. Oh, yes.
And here comes the dismount. I give him the landing, I'll give you like a 6.5. The attempt, I'll give you a 9.7. I mean,
he got right back up, though.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't have a choice. If he didn't get up, he never would have hurt the end.
That's the truth. He's walk it off. Walk it off. It's all right.
There you go. No.
He jumped.
Red flags aren't that bad if you're in the booth, I guess.
You find something to do. Ironically, the best athlete in Fox NASCAR, Jamie Little, and she's letting Regan steal the spotlight.
Fuck are these idiots yucking about while I was taking a piss?
Come join the party and do some interviews down here on pit road. But not a lot of action. Teams are just trying to get with it. But I'm jealous. That little thing that Regan just went on, I'm going to go there after this is all said and done.
Here's what I would say to you, Jamie. I watch you on social media, and you're always lifting those sandbags. Do you do sand barrels?
Worst case scenario is 3 overtimes with a really long red flag in the middle.
I carry my sandbag with me. All you have to do is fill it up with sand, and there you have your workout.
What a day.
That's a girl that travels a lot.
Yes,
and knows you got to take your gym with you.
The Regan Olympics continue when we come back. College basketball right now on FS2. It's Creighton and Providence. We'll get you there.
Sorry for all you Creighton and Providence fans out there not getting to watch your fucking basketball game. God. I'm so bored. So bored I'm pissed. Hold on, I'll be right back. Getting some plates in here for when the food gets here. I can't remember the last time I ate dinner this fucking late. Even without the red flag, it would have been a late dinner for me, but now it's really a fucking late dinner, and it's a pain in the ass. He's here. Hi. How are you? Here's your plate. Praise Jesus. And the card and everything. You didn't buy any hookers or drugs with it, did you? Oh, but you missed Regan Smith go down a slide. I'm sure you're devastated about that.
Oh, I'm super devastated.
Alright, let me claim my fucking prizes.
Super devastated that I missed that.
Big ass fucking calzone chain. I guess a couple of them too. Fuck it. Shit's so fucking messy, dude.
That's what Little Caesars is, grease.
Yep. Pure fucking grease. Have at it.
That's the only downside to what they have.
Dude, you want to talk about grease? Get you a fucking calzone from Luis. You go to cut that motherfucker. But it's good, dude. It tastes so good.
I heard the strombolis are good.
Yeah. That's basically what this shit is. I always like when I go to Louis, I want a calzone without ricotta cheese. You just want a stromboli? No, I want the fucking calzone because it's bigger, but I just don't want ricotta cheese in it. Nasty fucking cheese cum.
East, and it doesn't really
We're eating, so enjoy listening to them talk more than me.
Spectacular back under yellow.
Oh shit, we are just in time.
So they have fired the engines back up. And let's tell you how we got where we are.
Take what you want.
Long highlight reel from today's race.
We've had a really great race today. Started off with Austin Hill, unfortunately getting turned by Josh Berry, an accidental thing. I know on the straightaway, but that really hurt.
Dylan's here to help me not feel bad about myself.
Landon Castle, first caution.
Because if he wasn't here, I'd eat every bit of that crazy bread.
On the apron, he was out and okay.
There you got a aggressive side draft, right into the door, and down through the grass.
Ty Gibbs went for a ride, and Daniel Hemrick was making the donuts. Jay Buford brought out the caution with this crash.
That's unfortunate for that. That's such a new
hard
team
angle on the wall.
Hard hit. Glad he was all right.
They've done some really good things last week as well. This is Brandon Jones going around, one of his few spins on the day. Got to double overtime. Cole Custer leading, coming back to the white flag. Sheldon Creed, Stephen Parsons get together, and Jones again, this time into those sand barrels down at the entry to pit road. And that's what put us under the red flag that has now been lifted, and we get all lined up for another overtime restart.
One of these days, this race will end.
Dark, crank the lights on. I think it's been a while since it's been a night race here at Arnold Speedway.
2009 was the last time we had a night race in California.
I haven't seen it in, I don't know, it's been 6, 7, 8 years.
I don't think I ever came here with. I remember watching a night race on TV, some of them truck and Xfinity races, but I've never been here.
2009, fuckers.
That was 23 minutes. 19 lead changes today among 8 different drivers, and Cole Custer, who's out front now, has led the most laps. He'll lead over 75 in this race before it's all said and done. The question becomes, has he got what it takes in this third overtime to finish the deal?
They must be out of Batman posters. They usually give you a poster.
Yeah, we heard what.
But we didn't get our poster.
The fluid on the racetrack.
All of this,
down at
11
1 and 2. We just saw right there from some of the footage that it's all the way around the racetrack, even on the apron down to 3 and 4. But you know, from where we're sitting, we can see turns 1 and 2 pretty well. And it's in the racing line if you choose the bottom. So you know, I think that'll be.
Oh, it's so delicious.
To see how that plays out. Hopefully, it's.
Gotta blow all the sand out of here.
How distracting is that as a driver? I mean, you know, tight quarters, restart, so much to think about and manage. Lights are on. Really, for the first time today, as the sun goes down.
Yeah, now they got to grind a bunch of rocks into sand to fill the barrels.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. You know, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, and you have to overcome it, and you have to adapt to whatever's going on. Whether that's the lights coming on, you know, the speedy dry down in 1 and 2. You just have to deal with all of it and figure out the best way.
Now that I have my food, I hope this race goes to 3 more overtimes with no red flags.
A lot of guys.
I can't take another one.
I think close on gas. If we keep running laps, I know we've had some caution laps for guys to save some fuel, but if we keep going, it could get tight for some guys, I think.
Well, a lot of times at the end of a race like this, teams may short fill a car, meaning they don't fill the car full of gas to try to make the car run lighter, right? You're just toting around less weight. Maybe
should we just go back to 3 attempts at overtime? Because there's a chance we might get more than 3 here, and that'll just be ridiculous.
Overtime attempt number 3, and you may be out of gas. I'm not sure anybody tried that, but it could have happened.
Based on when they pitted and the fuel window, they're fine by the numbers. But as you pointed out, we don't know if they filled it up, and with that, it creates some question marks. Jamie?
I checked with Trevor Bain's team, who's restarting second here. They said they're good to go on fuel. Also, listening to his radio, Trevor just said it's going to be super slick out here with all this speedy, dry, and sand on the track. Joey, Ryan, what is that like? After you've been sitting in the car, now your tires are...
Earnhardt pitted a couple of times, Michael, I think. I don't know why.
You know what, Jamie? It's the same for everybody. And I'd rather be in the front of it than be in, like, mid-pack when you can't see. It's going to get very, very dusty. There's so much speedy dry around this racetrack. It's going to get very dusty. These drivers' windshields are already pitted up. You know, this racetrack throws up a lot of rocks, and your windshield gets pitted a lot. And, you know, it's been a while since they had a tear off. The sun's going down. It's going to be in their eyes down the backstretch, if it's not all the way down by now.
That's why they're taking a lot of time to sweep as much of that shit off as they can.
For sure. And then when you throw the speedy dry on top of that, it sticks onto whatever fluid is already on your windshield. It just sticks to it. So, yeah, you won't see it coming.
I'm eating the bat wings right now.
The portion of the season is a grind. Daytona's so big, then the West Coast swing. And for many teams and drivers, and really almost everyone in the NASCAR community, it's get through the grind. Anthony Alfredo looking for a second consecutive.
Yeah, this year we had the bright idea to go to Los Angeles, come back to Charlotte, go to Daytona, and then go back near Los Angeles again.
Looking for back-to-back top 5s. The same for his team.
What a great logistical idea, NASCAR.
You go back toward the back portion of the top 10. You got Ryan Sieg top 10 at Daytona. Brandon Brown top 10 a week ago. Riley Herbst looking to get 2 good runs in a row to begin 2022. That is huge for all these race teams because there are so many unknowns when you bounce around to begin a new year.
There's unknowns all over the place in the beginning of the season, like you said, but also you have this track and like we said, the refires, everything. There is a lot of unknowns, and drivers just figure it out as they go. That's just what you have to do, especially the ones that never even been here. They don't even know anything.
That's right. There's one thing I actually just noticed. I want to point out to our AJ Allman fans. He is on the lead lap in 14th.
How about that?
So they've made a good recovery on their day.
And I don't know.
So while he was gone, Alfredo and Allmendinger are loving this.
It's hard
They're the only ones.
where they are in regard to tires, but they pitted 16 laps after most of these other guys did. So likely, you know, not the advantage that Anthony Alfredo has because of some of the problems they've had and unscheduled pit stops and all that. But you know, they put some scuffs on, and you never know. And at the rate we're going, we'll get 3 or 4 more cautions, and he might be in the top 5. You know.
Right.
Maybe.
Well, you talk about an adventure. Starting on the pole to where he is and everything that happened in between, something else.
I like how this red flag was long enough to go get pizza, come back, eat it all.
Not to mention we sat here like 10 or 15 minutes before that.
I talked
Yep.
to his crew chief.
We just fucked around for 15 minutes and still had time to do all this.
Guy, right? Said, man, you want to pull? That's great. We were talking strategy and all that stuff, and he said, I just want to keep AJ happy. I don't want him to get mad because, as we all know, AJ can get a little animated on the radio, and it was funny to me getting ready for this race, starting from the pole, and Bruce's biggest concern was managing his driver's emotions.
I tell you what, I know as a driver you gotta maintain, you know, calm emotions to be, you know, alert and make the right decisions, right? No one makes good decisions in time of emotion. But I love watching AJ Allmendinger.
Everybody in the infield's famous after today because they had so much time to show everybody.
I love that part. I get excited when I ride the waves, man. I ride the ups, I ride the downs. I'll beat myself up when I don't do good, but when we do win, I'm going to enjoy that because this is very hard.
No, Peter, I had my ice cream earlier today because it was my birthday this week, and I didn't get to go get it on my birthday. I got it today. Me and a friend of mine went. We got ice cream at Sonic. That's all my ice cream until October. I have a trip to Los Angeles in October. It's the next time I'm getting ice cream. No, it's going to be free because it's on the boat.
Sounds like they're going to get the one to go.
You pay for the cruise, but all the food there, have at it.
Which will be very interesting to see what happens.
24 hours a day.
Probably going to take the top behind the...
I can't imagine how I got to be so fucking fat when I was fat.
Probably open the door for Anthony Alfredo.
Although people are like, you didn't look fat. I'm like, yeah, I look bloated. When I go back and look at the picture, I was like bloated. I was never fat, just bloated. Now I'm like 70 pounds lighter, so.
A lot of day. First and second choose the top. Third will go to the front row. Fourth will stay up top, and then fifth will go to third. It's kind of jumbled up like that a lot.
Now it got full off them fucking calzone pieces.
Ends up that way.
Seems like at this point everyone kind of knows, but you do have the
what a healthy diet I've had today. Calzone and crazy bread and ice cream.
If I'm Anthony Alfredo, I'm going to the bottom.
Dude, this is your big shot to win.
You're going to be front row or sixth. You know, I mean...
Oh, it's a no-brainer for Anthony Alfredo in my mind. Here we go.
One more chance for Alfredo.
Choose right past the start-finish line here.
Finally the choose cone.
There it is.
And Alfredo's going to line up on the front row next to Custer. I don't know what tire advantage he could still have at this point.
You know, Cole brought it up when we talked to him, and we've talked about it a little bit during the day. It's a lot about the push. You know, the front stretch is so long. It's all about the push coming from behind you.
Pretty sure my dad and his wife, who almost died from it, wouldn't say it was a hoax.
But if the bottom lane is pushing, or the top lane's pushing,
and my dad's wife's niece, who was 17 years old and died of it, probably wouldn't call it a hoax.
They get a good start too.
It's a long ways from the restart zone to turn one when you left, and a lot of things.
Ain't no mistake, it's very real.
For sure, it's a big track.
Some of us just won the genetic lottery and did okay when we got it.
Hometown, 1 hour south of Fontana, California. Would love to win a home game for the second time in his career. Carry a little momentum.
Finally, and guess what? They're going to wreck immediately. We'll be right back to where we were.
Today hadn't been in an Xfinity car since 2016. He would love to come back and win for the third time in his career. On the front row in the 23, Anthony Alfredo looking for his
I want to see fast pasta.
of our motorsports. And behind him, the old veteran, Justin Allgaier, the all-time wins leader at Junior Motorsports. It's overtime.
Custer, if you can remember, there's a race going on here. I know it's been a while. Custer Alfredo front row. Let's get it. Wouldn't it be some shit if Josh Berry still winds up winning? Look at the push from Allgaier to Alfredo. And now Bain the push to Custer. And Bain's going to shoot to the middle on him.
He's underneath that speedy drive.
Custer's just too damn fast. Custer's too fast. Alfredo clears Bain. Oh, now he's getting split by Bain and Gregson. Custer's got it. Nothing changed there. We waited around for 45 minutes for that. We drove 2,000 miles for this. Please get to the white flag. Please get to the white flag. I don't care anymore. Please get to the white flag. Please. Please. Everybody behave. White flag. Yay! We're about to be free of this pain.
Coles has such a superior car today, and he's done a great job. He's very patient early in the race, put himself in position.
Chris, I was mostly a hermit, but I still wound up getting the shit anyway, unfortunately.
Very challenging.
A.J. Allmendinger trying to get back to the top 5.
Allmendinger in the top 10. Like they said, he's going for a top 5 right now. I wonder if Custer's car stands a good chance of failing post-race. I hope he passes because Gregson's going to finish second. And Cold Custard wins an anticlimactic finish at California. I finished 4th, not second, so I'm happy. Tired of second. Wanted to try something new for once. Get 4th. Anthony Alfredo still gets a top 5.
To Cole, but congratulations to Bobby Dotter and everyone in SS Green.
Now, why can't Joe Graff Jr. go do that in that car?
What the end might That just go to work.
That car has so much.
That was so fast, that damn car. Goddamn cup drivers.
In the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
And it always feels better when you have your sponsor Production Alliance group on the car, and they sponsored the race today.
It's okay. We only made it to within 35 laps of the distance of the cup race.
Tomorrow, Auto Club Speedway, Auto Club Mustang. I got that as well. So next 2 weeks with the Pennzoil 400 as well.
This relationship forms.
Yep, Michael, guess what? I'll see you fuckers tomorrow because I'm tired of talking. I'm tired of being here. Custer won. It's over. I didn't get any money, but at least Gregson didn't win. So, stream over. Chris, I'm glad I could inspire you to order pizza. If you die of a heart attack or high cholesterol, don't blame me. Make sure you consult your physician. Don't take health advice from me. I just know how to lose weight really fast without the aid of meth or cocaine. So, yeah. I guess I'll talk to you fuckers tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out.